Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Wealth management is complicated. Life is complicated. One of the things that we consistently hear from our clients is that working with our firm enables them to do more of what they love to do and less of what they don't wish to do.
We are a full-service investment and wealth management firm.
We help clients define their goals. We help them think through their legacy. What we do is really bring it all together.
We believe all of our clients are on a journey and that it's our job to help them in each and every step of that journey.
Visit bombas.com and get 20% off your first order.
Have you ever witnessed a once-in-a-lifetime moment of wild beauty? Do you want to? It requires a vehicle capable enough to handle nature's indifference, yet refined enough to keep you awake to its wonders. Every detail considered, so you can just be. Welcome to the Outerverse. Welcome to the Mazda CX-50.
Looking for a ski resort that delivers big mountain fun, where you can maximize your time on the slopes? Welcome to Tenny Mountain, with thrilling runs, 5 times more snowmaking coverage new this year, and a variety of trails for all levels. Tenny offers the ultimate independent resort experience. Tenny features 1,500 feet of vertical drop and 130 acres of terrain, located less than a 2-hour drive from Boston. Join us for the next World Pro Ski Tour in March. Tenny Mountain, perfect for your next winter adventure.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
Let's meet at the intersection of security, innovation, and agility to excel in today's complex digital business world. Let's meet an increasingly connected world with clear vision and realize its impact on our daily lives. Let's meet the demands of a new kind of workforce and enable employees to work smarter and live better. Let's meet the next technological frontier together. Blue Mantis.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Have you ever noticed the farther you get from home, the closer you get to where you belong? The fuel efficiency and craftsmanship of the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid make every trip the scenic route. Welcome to the Outerverse. Welcome to the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid.
Buy tough. Call for the store nearest you. Tough, buy tough.
For the best deal on the best shed or garage, visit toughshed.com.
Wealth management is complicated. Life is complicated. One of the things that we consistently hear from our clients is that working with our firm enables them to do more of what they love to do and less of what they don't wish to do.
We are a full-service investment and wealth management firm.
We help clients define their goals. We help them think through their legacy. What we do is really bring it all together.
We believe all of our clients are on a journey and that it's our job to help them in each and every step of that journey.
Yeah, I'm ready. Well, let's do a little intro first here. Hold on. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tenny Mountain, the first of 2 days of elimination rounds. My name's Kevin Clark. Alongside me, my compadre, Oakley, fresh back from Italy, the Olympics. Today, we're pro racing.
I'm still digesting all the pasta. There's a lot of pasta, a lot of pizza.
So jealous. Your postings were outstanding.
Like a big pizza pie.
It's amore.
We're talking about amore. This is fantastic. What a beautiful sun-filled skies. Just talked to Barrett and some of the course guys and some of the athletes. They said, it's better than yesterday. And I wasn't here yesterday, Kev. How'd it go?
It was outstanding. Another beautiful day. 2 runs of qualifying, and the field is set to go up there. Philippe Forchek and Angus Summers, rookie from Canada.
Let's set the stage. Folks from Czechia, formerly known as Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia back in the day. Philippe Forchek, #1 qualifier, going up against a Canadian, don't you know, Angus Summers. He's over on the blue course. You see what they've done there? Blue Angus, red Phillip.
Beautiful graphics package.
Yeah, really nice. I really like that. And that's actually going to be some forerunners. We're just
send them down the track, test the timing, see if the course is running as perfect as it was yesterday. Barrett Stein setting a 20-gate course, and it was outstanding yesterday, so we did not change it. So we'll be running the same course today. The athletes went up and gave it a good slip last night. Temperatures dropped into the single digits and firmed it up nicely.
Yeah, I showed up at about midnight, and it might have been 12 degrees. So these are forerunners. What is the objective and the goal of forerunners, Clark?
So the first athlete across the finish line will start the clock, and the second one will stop the clock, hence we'll get our differential. So just to make sure everything is cool on the track, these guys are a couple of athletes that didn't make the field yesterday over the Tenny jump, and across the finish line we go. And we see the differential on our screen of a .485. So, all right, another pair of forerunners as we get ready to go. This is the World Pro Ski Tour presents Tenny Pro by Mazda, the Pro Open Super Slalom #1, 2 days. So Super Slalom, a little bit further distance than your amateur slaloms, and panel gates like GS. Only one guy coming out on course for.
Yeah, the other guy's giving him a healthy lead.
Well, yeah, it looks like Jake Jacobs. Oh, Jake's probably doing a POV cam. Is Jake doing a cam for us? That could possibly be. So Jake, skiing for Reliable Racing, the official supplier of World Pro Ski Tour. Breakaway gates, timing systems, fencing, banners, bibs, they do it all at Reliable. So Jake, probably skiing down, doing a course description.
Yeah, if you've done an event in your lifetime, chances are something within that event has been Reliable Racing approved.
So let's talk about some of the other sponsors. DNA Vibe stepping up big time. They're presenting out in Aspen next weekend, but today's race is by Mazda. Chris Hill will stop in and give us a rundown of what's new with Mazda.
You know what was new last night? Me getting into the CX-50 just outside Logan Airport and driving up here. Yeah, nice. It's smooth. It almost drove itself. There you go on the screen, folks. Philippe Forchek, Gray Flanagan, 1 against 16. Then Aiden against Quentin Dickey, Alex Berkner, so on and so forth. That's how it's going to look as they are loaded in. There are some graphics.
So that's
that should be our second pairing, but our first as we've sent the forerunners. So we're getting all the graphics dialed in. It's going to be Philippe Forchek. Had great success on the tour last year on course. Forecheck is over on the red course. On the blue is Angus Summers from Canada. They're coming down the mountain.
So how it works in qualifying, the fastest will go against the slowest. So Forecheck with the advantage on the red course side, predictably being your #1 qualifier, with second in the overall tour. Forecheck going to cruise this run. 8 runs to win a pro race here today. So a lot of energy spent in a 22-second course. He was the only one that broke into the 22s yesterday, I believe, as Forecheck crosses the finish line. So he will have the maximum differential of a 0.6 going to Forecheck. 0.6 on his first run against Angus Summers. So 0.60, that's a maximum differential. So give it somewhat hope to maybe make it up. But not a guy, it's a guy like Forecheck. So back to the top we go, our next pair.
Etienne Mazelier from Quebec City, Canada will be on the red course. That's on the right side looking up. And then Zachary, fun to say last name, Temeretsglo from Canada on the left-hand side. That's the blue course, locked, loaded. And look at the full Christmas tree and corner. They go.
Talk to him. Now, blue. And even off midsection of the they try to get some energy for the finish line. They win.
Yeah, he can't. Don't his advantage.
1.4 with Canadian rookie Keegan Burke and Vincent Fossier up next. Rookie from Sweden. Burke was pretty quick yesterday. The Burke brothers tied in their first round of qualifying.
Little Keegan, he says, I'm as good as I once was. And he's 43 years young. Richard Petty, 43. He's going up a guy, Vincent Fossier from Helsingborg, Sweden. That's the south of Sweden there. So having a peek at Keegan, he'll be on the red, and Vincent Fossier from Sweden on the blue. Off
Lights go green, out on track they come. Powerful start for Burke. Fossier right there with him as they head to the first touching down. Burke out in front, trying to stay low, aerodynamic, try to generate as much speed as you can out of that ski. Looks like a dead even run. Burke touching down still by about a half a ski's length as he works his way into the third and final jump. Across they go. The final Tenny jump is going to be Burke crossing the line first, but not by much. 0.188 going to Keegan Burke in their first of 2 runs in the round of 16.
Yeah, reminder, we're going to send them back up. They swap courses. They get to do it again, and we'll throw in the differential. Let's look at Jackson. Don't call me Stan Musial. He's on the blue course up there, up against Isaac Hedstrom from Ora, Sweden, home of Anja Persson, Una Olsson, and Ingemark Stenmark. Spent a lot of time there, the great one, 86 World Cup victories.
So, Jackson Usual skied out of the club where I still currently coach. I coached Jackson and his brother. Dad was the head of the team, or the Attitash Alpine Education Foundation. Colby skiing. Doors open. Oh, looks like it worked their way. 3 jumps over the mount. Look. Side and round got a little bit. We're trying to close 4.4.
Scuba dive under the water with company. That's it. Let's go on with Berkner from Denver. That's right. It was a CU Buffalo, and he is going to be on the red course up against Hunter Brayton at Thornton, New Hampshire. Local boy, washed up racer out here one more time, skiing for Dartmouth and UNH, and he is on again the blue course.
That's the beauty of pro ski racing. You just show up, pay your entry fee, and go. And here we go. Oh, Berkner on the red, Brayton on the blue. So waiting to see those guys midway through the course as they're heading for those first and second jumps. Here we go into the second jump, touching down. Red course, a little bit of an edge. Pretty even right now over the final 10. He jumps, still red. with a slight advantage. And the win. 3-5.
And the World Racing Course crew is beautiful. Let's go up half the equation. George William Podium, Bridgeton, Maine. He's 37 years young, going up against Luke here, Bassett Valley, Maine, just to the north and the east of us. And he'll be charging, coming down the blue course.
So Luke, a rookie with us. Camden did a few races over the last couple of seasons. He and his brother out on course they go. Looks like a stronger start over on, for Burke. Powerful out of the start, has a slight edge as they work for the second jump. Down low, trying to stay as aerodynamic as possible, but still get some energy. Move, got to work it, got to put it on edge and get some energy out of it. Burke falling behind now, looks like it's going to be blue course side. Crossing the line first. So winning the run is Gearing with a 2.7.
Team second for the first run. Of ages. Coach North, New Hampshire, running the first 2000 sophomore
down there where UNH is right now.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Party town.
He's into lacrosse. Both at, however.
Raft to raft.
Rafting in this past summer.
My motorcycle.
Look at that.
Here we go. Oh. Out on track goes your second to last pair, Van Glance and Hunter Roach, a rookie. Roach over on the blue course as they work their way into the first jump. Clean skiing, trying to stay efficient. Get that energy out of ski, get it on edge and load it up. Get that energy out of those 165s. A little groove starting to set up there. Be nice. Power through that groove. Looks like it's going to be a red course win there across the line. Van Glance with a win by 0.221 on their first of two runs.
Grew up at Tenney Mountain, Pennsylvania, home of massive vert, but learning how to set an edge on low angle stuff. Nice job, Van Glance. We've wrapped this first run of team up right now with the blue course of Gray Flanagan. Not Gary, Gray Flanagan out of Westburg. Burlington, Vermont is where he calls home. And David Marini from Milano, Italy, home of the Olympic Winter Games. It just ended closing ceremonies about 5 days ago. What a lovely place and a great Olympics put on by Italy. The colors are changing. We go yellow, yellow. Green means go, and they're off.
Out on track they go. Looks like a strong start for Flanagan. Second fastest start gates. Flanagan. A shoe. Oh, the top.
So we'll have a new champion here at Tenny this year. Big props goes out to Tenny for making this all come together. I recall last year this chairlift was not in operation, and now it is. I am looking forward to making a left turn and a right turn later on. Maybe with you, Clarky. Yeah, I've been over here a bunch this early season, checking out the snowmaking. Mark Evans and Joe Pluff and all the crew here. Been getting everything prepped. Restored our equipment over the summer here, all our fencing, and that's nice. These guys are great. They're just so helpful. They made a ton of snow, and the hill is in fantastic shape. We had such cold temperatures early in the season with a lot of moisture in it, and then we got all that light, dry snow.
come once, like 3 times, and then I'm done for the season.
Visit bombas.com and get 20% off your first order.
With the brand. So what's been a phenomenon this year is people in onesies, Sun Cruiser onesies, just random folks skiing. You can buy them online or something. I don't know, but I'm like, there's another one. I can't believe it. It's just somebody come here to set me up and ski by while I'm coaching and go, Sun Cruiser onesies. So
Onesie, they're comfortable, they're fashionable, and they speak volumes if you throw a logo on the back. Pacifico does that as well, but I've seen the Sun Cruisers as well, and it's nice to see.
So stop in the bar here in the base lodge, grab yourself a Sun Cruiser or drink of your choice. I'll
about Tough Shed Hal's here. Did you see Hal yet? I saw Hal at breakfast, and it just puts a smile on my face whenever I see him. We spent a couple days together at the early season World Cups in Colorado when there was a copper bounced over to Beaver Creek. Speaking of World Cups and Olympic racing, did you watch any Olympic racing by chance on television?
I did.
There's some good results from the Americans, and globally, what I really enjoyed was watching
that was a highlight.
Not Sofia Goggia, but Federica Brignone, right? Winning the Super G and the GS after that horrific crash at Italian Nationals after the World Cup finals last year. So that was a career ender, and she came back and won 2 golds and 1 gold. The energy we were around Italy for that kind of thing. The pride that Italy had watching her go back to that gold. It was nothing else.
Looking for a ski resort that delivers big mountain fun, where you can maximize your time on the slopes? Welcome to Tenny Mountain, with thrilling runs, 5 times more snowmaking coverage new this year, and a variety of trails for all levels. Tenny offers the ultimate independent resort experience. Tenny features 1,500 feet of vertical drop and 130 acres of terrain, located less than a 2-hour drive from Boston. Join us for the next World Pro Ski Tour in March. Tenny Mountain, perfect for your next winter adventure. Looking for a ski resort that delivers big mountain fun, where you can maximize your time on the slopes? Welcome to Tenny Mountain, with thrilling runs, 5 times more snowmaking coverage new this year, and a variety of trails for all levels. Tenny offers the ultimate independent resort experience. Tenny features 1,500 feet of vertical drop and 130 acres of terrain, located less than a 2-hour drive from Boston. Join us for the next World Pro Ski Tour in March. Tenny Mountain, perfect for your next winter adventure.
For the best deal on the best shed or garage, visit toughshed.com.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
Let's meet at the intersection of security, innovation, and agility to excel in today's complex digital business world. Let's meet an increasingly connected world with clear vision and realize its impact on our daily lives. Let's meet the demands of a new kind of workforce and enable employees to work smarter and live better. Let's meet the next technological frontier together. Blue Mantis.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Wealth management is complicated. Life is complicated. One of the things that we consistently hear from our clients is that working with our firm enables them to do more of what they love to do and less of what they don't wish to do.
We are a full-service investment and wealth management firm.
We help clients define their goals. We help them think through their legacy. What we do is really bring it all together.
We believe all of our clients are on a journey and that it's our job to help them in each and every step of that journey.
Visit bombas.com and get 20% off your first order.
Have you ever witnessed a once-in-a-lifetime moment of wild beauty? Do you want to? It requires a vehicle capable enough to handle nature's indifference, yet refined enough to keep you awake to its wonders. Every detail considered, so you can just be. Welcome to the Outerverse. Welcome to the Mazda CX-50.
Looking for a ski resort that delivers big mountain fun, where you can maximize your time on the slopes? Welcome to Tenny Mountain, with thrilling runs, 5 times more snowmaking coverage new this year, and a variety of trails for all levels. Tenny offers the ultimate independent resort experience. Tenny features 1,500 feet of vertical drop and 130 acres of terrain, located less than a 2-hour drive from Boston. Join us for the next World Pro Ski Tour in March. Tenny Mountain, perfect for your next winter adventure.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
Let's meet at the intersection of security, innovation, and agility to excel in today's complex digital business world. Let's meet an increasingly connected world with clear vision and realize its impact on our daily lives. Let's meet the demands of a new kind of workforce and enable employees to work smarter and live better. Let's meet the next technological frontier together. Blue Mantis.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Have you ever noticed the farther you get from home, the closer you get to where you belong? The fuel efficiency and craftsmanship of the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid make every trip the scenic route. Welcome to the Outerverse. Welcome to the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid.
Buy tough. Call for the store. Here is due. Tough. Buy tough.
For the best deal on the best shed or garage, visit toughshed.com.
Wealth management is complicated. Life is complicated. One of the things that we consistently hear from our clients is that working with our firm enables them to do more of what they love to do and less of what they don't wish to do.
We are a full-service investment and wealth management firm.
We help clients define their goals. We help them think through their legacy. What we do is really bring it all together.
We believe all of our clients are on a journey and that it's our job to help them in each and every step of that journey.
Visit bombas.com and get 20% off your first order.
Change our voice here much.
Ladies and gentlemen from around the world, welcome to Tenny Mountain, New Hampshire. It's the 2026 World Pro Ski Tour presented by Mazda. I'm Chris Uncle Ernst, alongside the devastatingly handsome Kevin Clark. We call him Clarky, and he's a wealth of information about ski racing. What are we going to see here today, Clarky?
Ugly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. First run wrapped up. Second run of the round of 16. We'll see Philippe Forchek with the advantage. He has now moved over to the blue course side. So out on course he goes. He has 6/10 of advantage after that first run. So he's going to pace himself. He's not going to try to burn a lot of energy this time. As a touchdown off the first jump. He mentioned he just gets a close race, but with 6/10 advantage on his course after the first run, he's going to cross safely, and into the round of 8 goes your number 2 in the overall standings, Philippe Forchek. On he goes, .033.
Nice job, Forchek. Ex-CU Boulder racer. He's advancing to the round of 8. Angus will be sidelined, and we set our sights now on Zachary Temeretsko from Toronto, Canada, going up against a fellow Canadian, Etienne Mazelier from Quebec City, for the Quebecois. Etienne is on the blue course. Zach is on the red course. The advantage is .41 by Etienne, and they're locked and loaded up top. Take it away, Clarky.
So, Zach Zimmerzoglu coming out on track. Now, again, Henderson, the Swede, over on the blue course this run with the advantage. Mazzarelli with the advantage. The Canadian after the first run. He's on that blue course side, touching down off the first bump, and in control this run. Out in front with that 4/10 advantage. He's going to cross the line first and move into the round of 8 to face off against Philippe Forchag.
Etienne, they call him Maz, raised on the slopes of Stoneham. Firm course, powerhouse in GS and slalom. Nice work, Temeretsklo. You'll be sidelined. Watch the rest, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Let's go back up top, one half of the Burke equation. 43 years young. He's got 5 kids, 3 boys, 2 girls, youngest 7 months. That's Keegan Burke. I'm as good once as I ever was, he says. University of New Hampshire, what he's claiming is his school days. Next to him, Vincent Fosser. He's from Sweden, yeah. Helsingborg in the south, and he's the captain of the Plymouth State ski team. Born on 9/11, 2001. Wow. On course in a moment. The lights change and green's good for racing.
Oh, Burke just left him standing there. Timed the start perfectly with that 188 advantage over the rookie from Sweden. Burke out in front. Burke has 5 children.
5.
So he is not trained at all this season. He's a big, powerful guy out in front right now, and he holds the advantage of a .188 after the first run. It looks like it's all Burke right here, touching down over the bottom. Tenny jump across the line. He goes. And he wins the run by .457. On goes Keegan Burke.
Burke, way to put the hammer down for the kids, baby. Nice job, Burke. Give us a flex, would you? Give us a flex.
Just keeping it fun out here. Keeping it light, because skiing when we started was fun, and it still is today. Let's get going on now. It's going to be Isaac Hedstrom, the Swede, up against Jackson Musial. The Swede has a .441 advantage. He's over on the red course. Isaac is on the blue course and Jackson is on the red. A battle of Sweden against USA. The lights are going to change colors. Again, the advantage will go to Isaac. His gate will open just a touch earlier. Off and slaying it.
Okay, usual chasing now over on the red side. Can he put something together here? He made it further last year when he was here. Looks like he may have a little bit of an edge there. So, coming at you right now. Usual over on the red course side. Chasing now into the bottom jump they go. Musial right there with him. He needs to make up a pretty decent margin. No, 4-4-1 not happened today. So the win going to Hedstrom, .097. Musial did everything he could to keep it close on Will Go Hedstrom.
It just wasn't to be enough. Okay, let's go on now with Alex Berkner, a CU buff, competitive alpine racer. Here's a look back at a little replay. And again, big props goes out to our course crew, getting everything dialed in properly. And there's the photo finish. Great camera angles by the A-Wing posse. Thank you. And back to the top we go again. Alex Berkner, USACU buff. He is going to be on the blue course. He's going against Hunter Brayton out of Thornton, New Hampshire, right around the corner, skiing for Dartmouth and UNH. Washed up racer out here to get her done. Again, Brayton on the red, Berkner on the blue. Advantage goes to Berkner, .035, Clarky.
That's the closest run of the first round here. So anybody's race. It's all about getting out of the start super quick. So kickboards back behind the tails of their skis. They will rock back on those kickboards. You'll see the tips go up in the air. So we have launch pads underneath where poles are placed with about 3 inches of ice on top of that. We iced it in so good yesterday. We were snapping a few poles coming out of the start.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, we made a little groove to get it dialed in. So the start is so vitally important to get that edge over your competitor coming out. And some of these rookies takes a little time to figure it out. But Berkner is no rookie, and Hunter Brayton has joined us before, so he's has some history.
Also, Hunter's had a hell of a February. He's won the beer league on Thursday, February 5th and February 12th. That's right. He bought beers, non-alcoholics, for all of his friends, seeing if they get drunk, and that was not the case. That's Hunter Brayton. Thornton, New Hampshire, born in 1999. In 1998 is Alex Berkner, a CU buff. We're looking at him on the blue course right now. You won't even see the differential, .035, so it's
hard to see the athletes with that dark, start arch now with a tent over it and the back lit. Beautiful bluebird day. Flags are waving.
Flying, yep.
first of 2 super slaloms. Today brought to you by Mazda. Tomorrow will be Tough Shed.
The answer is bloodshed. What is the what does red stand for in our American flag?
It's valor and
it was a listening exercise. I gave you the answer. It was bloodshed.
Bloodshed. Yeah. But there's 3 different. There's 3.
Yeah, red is for bloodshed. White's peace and unity.
Peace and unity.
Blue is courage and valor.
Courage, valor.
And the office of the chief of staff. Blue. Originally, it was to be a purple because purple was a royal color, tough pigment to get, and that's how we ended up with red, white, and blue.
Let's check with Bob. See what's going on at the start. A little course repair going on. Course maintenance. Guys hammering away in the panels. They take a beating out there. Reliable Racing breakaway poles. Taking that abuse. Got to put those gate panels back on sometimes to keep it rolling. But they use a technique, we call it the high double clear. Both hands above the panel, clearing it. You'll see Philippe Forchek and some of the big guys use that technique to really straighten the course out. So while they're doing that, they're hammering away. It looks like we're ready to go.
Thanks for your patience. Right in the middle there, that's the starter working with our timer, Bob Underwood, and we are ready to get her done. There's the color is going to change. They're pretty much going to come out at the same time. It is
out on
time
track.
To race.
Ooh, strong start over on the blue side. Looks like that's Berkner taking advantage, of Brayton on this first run. Berkner had the advantage, and he's stretching it out right now. It was a narrow one after the first run. Over the second jump we go, heading for the bottom. Tenny jump. Berkner right there in front, but here comes a charge on the red course side, trying to straighten it out. Not going to get it done. Let's go to the clock. It's Berkner winning the thing by .047. He won the first run by .035, so 0.47 on the second run.
Wow. Berkner coming from a family, extended family, 9 Olympians and 20 Olympic appearances. Impressive. Here's a peek back at it. You can see the likes of Brayton doing his best to catch up, but not to be the case. So Berkner will go on. He'll join the likes of Camden Burke or Luke Kearing. That's our next pairing. Luke Kearing out of Carabasset Valley, Maine, skiing for the Harvard ski team. He's a senior. He'll face the real world next year. He's going up against 37-year-old Camden Burke, and they're on course.
So Burke, particularly with a good, powerful start. Burke's been showing up at a lot of our Eastern races, trying to get some training in. That's about the only way he's getting any training. But he gets down low, hips down below his knees, gets some power to his skis, but the charge is coming on right now. Kearing and Burke coming at you. Across the line we go. Win going to Luke Kearing. So on he will go.
Multiple FIS wins, U16 national champion, US Nats downhiller. The Harvard ski team senior applying pressure, loves running the NOR-AM downhill circuit. Who wouldn't? Who doesn't like to go fast? Nice job, Kearing. You're going to go up against Alex Berkner in the next round. We got 2 more pairings left in this round of 16. Then we'll have the ladies. Ladies, by the way, get on the chairlift. Get up top if you're not already. Round of 8 coming up next. Now we're setting the stage for Van Glance. Again, that's his full name, Van Glance. He's on the blue course with a .227 advantage. He's going to go next to Durham, New Hampshire sophomore at UNH, Hunter Roach.
So Roach, a rookie on tour. Out on track they go, working at everything he can, poling and skating and trying to just settle into the groove and find some power out of the ski. Starting to get down to some hard snow where these guys can really get some energy out of the ski. Looking clean, looking smooth into the next section. Pretty even race after the first run. It was Glance, who is now on the blue side.
Oh, he puts the leg between the panel.
2 straight off the jump, tactical error. So.
And Van Glance putting the hammer down. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Grew up at Old Tussey Mountain, the pride of Tussey Mountain, Pennsylvania. Nice job, Van Glance. Just a panel, little course repair going on. Again, thanks to everybody that's had their hand in making this course come together. Mother Nature first and foremost. Wonderful season here on the East Coast. From Italy, that's right, he likes a spicy meatball. David Marini out of Milano. Just wrapped up the 2 weeks of the Winter Olympic Games, the Olympiad. What a fine time that was. He's going up against Burlington, Vermont's Gray Flanagan. Looks like Gray has the 6/10 advantage on this one, Clarkie.
So a little course repair going to go on right now with Burke.
And we'll take a peek back at, not quite the straddle, but just putting the ski. He gets in the back seat and said, I got nothing.
Yeah, 2 straight. Couldn't get the shape off the jump, so.
Yeah, you know that's happening. The quick slip of an eye, that's happening. You know your game's over. So the Italian started skiing in Bormio for the Ret ski team. Passed Bormio a couple times in the last month whilst over there, the home of the downhill and the Super G. And he also skied for Snowbird, Stratton Mountain School, and Loveland.
He's been all over the board.
It really has. I mean, from Bormio to Snowbird to Loveland. Plays rugby for the University of Denver. He likes cows, and he hates horror movies. True or false, Kev? You can lead a cow up a flight of stairs, but you can't lead a cow down.
I used to work on a farm.
You used to work on a farm, he says.
We got a cow up on the 2nd floor in the hayloft. Didn't end well.
No, because you got to put it to sleep for a little while, right?
Yeah, 99.
All right, on to more invigorating. On different news, Gray Flanagan, civil engineer at UVM. He's transferred from St. Michael's College, graduate of Burke Mountain Academy, loves himself a little mountain bike, and that's Gray Flanagan with a 6/10 lead. He'll be on the red course this
So
time.
he's your 2nd fastest qualifier.
He's good. I believe Gray was here last year.
Yeah, he was with us here last year. Great to see all these college guys throwing their hat in the ring here. There's so many more that are missing out, and all these athletes are telling them, man, why are you not here at the Pro Tour? So much fun. So they're digging the course. They're digging the hospitality here at Tenny Mountain. The staff. All right, you got some gatekeepers getting things dialed in here. A couple of volunteers from Plymouth State. Saw these ladies this morning. They 4-ran yesterday, and after they got done 4-running, they're going, why didn't we sign up?
Wait a minute.
This is so much fun.
Wait a minute.
But
Why am I
they're
not
out
doing
here
this?
helping us. You know, great to have these young athletes out on the hill. And the viewing area, Uncle Lee, I love the viewing area. They're going by down there and stop. We got the barbecue going. You got the Sun Cruiser tent up there, so stop
Look at
by.
the size of that grill. What are they cooking? Brats, steaks?
Yeah, they look like they
Tyrannosaurus
got it
Rex
all up
burgers?
there. So, folks, if you're down in the finish crawl, you got your skis on. You got to check out the viewing area at the bottom jump. They got a nice little setup there as we take a look at it on the show.
Yeah, can you guys pick up the pace? I'm looking to ski and get myself a burger up there as well when this is done. We're doing the same thing again tomorrow, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
I'm excited.
Tomorrow's ladder will be built on today's results. Yesterday was obviously our qualifying round to build the ladder. Looks like we're good to go. Looks like there's the gate panel on there. That gate after the final jump. So Chris Neary popping his head in the timing building, saying it sounds good out there. Always looking for input as to our volume levels and the
Give us
show
a thumbs
going
up.
on out in the finish corral. Mike from the Big Screen Company. Man, that thing's like driving down the road with a billboard attached to your trailer.
Oh, you've had, I bet, just a
Look
wind
at that
sail,
thing.
right?
Well, look at that thing. It's
Yeah.
like, well, he lowers it, obviously, but it's just interesting to think about high winds. I drive across Kansas with that.
Yes.
A lot of weight in the bottom, though. Generators and, you know, all the other equipment to show you the big screen TV and make it interesting. And
Yep, breaks into a whole bunch of different pieces. You know,
no,
who
it's
says
all
hello?
one piece.
That's on all
Just
one piece.
goes down.
Just goes down.
Yeah,
oh,
it doesn't
different
break
than
down.
Woody's.
Yeah.
Woody says hi, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I love
Yeah.
to keep up with Woody.
Sending his best from the Tahoe zone. His Crux.
Used to be our tournament director for years when I was the announcer. So.
That's right. The event world's small, folks. If you've been around this campfire a long time, you've seen and known a lot of the people that have got their hands in the game. We want to thank everyone that's used zip ties, duct tape, and hammers to make this come together.
So we're looking for the ladies to get up there. They are going to go as soon as we finish the second run for the men as we keep moving through the round. So one pair to go as we got the course maintenance completed. David Mariani chasing Gray Flanagan. They've switched courses. Gray is on the red side for this run. Oh, Gray leaves the rookie, the Italian, standing in the starting gate.
Arrivederci.
So Gray just smoked him out of there, and he carries 6/10 advantage after that first run. So it's all about your number 2 qualifier right here. He's a shoo-in when he gets across the finish line. You got to do the whole course before you get to advance over the Tenny jump. With 2 to go, it's going to be Gray Flanagan to face Van Glance.
You know, you mentioned something about the start there, left him in the dust. When Ligety was racing at Taos a couple years ago, he said, I haven't raced in a while. I definitely haven't raced head-to-head in a while. The start is everything. And he got left behind 3 different times and got beat. And he's one of the world's best. But he said, hey, that start is something else. You'll see it right here. Look at that. Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, he tries to come up against the doors too soon. 2 600-pound magnets holding the energy back. Kevin Kiley, our starter, working on those magnets early this morning. But you come up against those doors, they do not open. You can break poles, you can bruise knuckles. So that is the completion of the second run of the round of 16. 8 remain. We're waiting for the women to get to the top so we can start with the women next.
Excited about this for sure.
So we're going to send a GoPro, a little POV camera.
Someone will be carrying that GoPro, right? Not just going to throw it down the course, right? It's going to be carried by somebody.
There'll be no drones dropping from the sky.
Are you good with the GoPro? Are you getting better?
I don't have a GoPro yet, but so here's what we're going to do.
Tell me a story.
The guys from A-Wing
are
going to give me a 360 cam.
Oh, those are
Uncle
good.
Lee.
Those are good.
I'm going to go up and do a little interaction with the athletes tomorrow morning, and then we're going to do our whole drive to Aspen.
Oh.
Jake Jacobs and I are shoving off here tomorrow afternoon.
In a Mazda?
No, we've got a Enterprise rental truck with
like a Mazda.
With my trailer.
Okay.
And we would have a Mazda. So we're going to have some fun going cross country. So follow it all on the interwebs.
You don't have time to swing by the largest ball of twine in Minnesota, do you?
No, but we're making the largest ball of side edge and base scrapings.
Okay.
At our ski shop. Because at the end of every day, you get about a softball size of, side edge material and the Titanol layer and the metal, and it's very beautiful because you got those lime green sidewalls or lime blue sidewalls, and when you get a nice rip when you tune skis, if you guys are following now, I tune skis on weekends. You get that nice clean rip. You get a whole pigtail of blue, and you pride yourself getting a full rip, and you take that and you stretch it out and see if it's the length of the ski. Oh.
Only a tech knows the joy right there. Would you like to bring Sir Clux-a-Lot, the rubber chicken, with you on the road trip? He loves road trips.
Yeah, we'll take him on a road trip. We'll meet you in Aspen.
Yep, in Aspen. So you're going to go through, if I'm not mistaken,
we're
in New Hampshire. You're going to hit...
there was the POV camp.
12. You're going to do 12. I believe you're going to go through 12 states, because my daughter and I did 13 this year from New York to Colorado.
And did you know that once you get into Kansas, it's all uphill to Denver?
It is, yes. and Nebraska's only flatter than Kansas. You're taking the 70, right?
Yeah, it's just demoralizing. Headwind, hill.
I want you in a tuck the whole way.
When I drove to Colorado this winter with my buddy riding motorcycles, we were hauled out in truck and trailer, and you just watch your gas mileage go from 12 to 8 when you get to Kansas. It's like a boy.
All right, I want some good entertainment on that.
We will.
On that road trip. That's fun.
So there's gonna be a lot of freestyling while we're just driving along. Things that pop into my head will randomly come out like they do here.
That's good. It's good to put the wheels on the ground of American road trip, and nothing like it. Daughter and I said we had 2.5 weeks this summer, and it was glorious. National parks, theme parks, balls of twine. We got the biggest ball of twine, and just like when Clark Griswold got to Wally World, it was closed. The ball of twine was closed there.
Come on.
Yeah, but we saw it anyway. All right, folks, we're here for a race.
Jumped over the fence.
The 2026 World Pro Ski Tour. Tenny Mountain Pro Open by Mazda, day 2 of 3. Yesterday was qualifying. Today we're chiseling through the racing. The goddesses are coming up next. Women of Super Slalom #1, Sarah Bennett against Michelle Curvin from Sweden. Nora Brand, the German, against Maxine von Strein from Canada. Brianna Weston, the USA's own, against Marlene Krohn from Norway. And Jasmine Whittaker against Galena Wardle. I hung out with Galena right around the New Year's time frame this year at the AVSC Cup, where Darren Rolfs and I had an opportunity to have a little fun, do some announcing, and raise some money for the AVSC. So Galena will be wrapping things up. Former U.S. ski team member going against Jasmine Whittaker. So 8 gals are going to go on this course once and then again swap sides, and we're going to get them locked and loaded here shortly. Yes, welcome in, bienvenue. The 2026 World Pro Ski Tour presents a Tenny Pro Open by Mazda. It's time for the goddesses, the ladies, the women to get after it. It's going to be Sarah Bennett from Canada. She's going to be on the red course, #1 qualifier. She was the fastest yesterday in qualifying, going up against #8 qualifier from Sweden, Michelle Kerman. They're off and running.
So on the track they will go into the first jump, the Mazda jump. Bennett red. So Bennett red out in front now, working the track as they head for the second of 3 jumps. Bennett still with the advantage after the first run here, the round of 8 for the ladies. Putting some clean runs together. She was your fastest qualifier with Sarah Bennett, showing that in the first round against Kirvin, who qualified 8th. So 0.541 for Sarah Bennett. Again, 0.541 advantage for Bennett.
She likes to play drums and sing in my garage all season long. Nice job, Sarah Bennett. A delight to have you here. Let's go back up top. The German Nora Brand. She'll be in the red course, 5th place qualifier. And Maxine von Streen from Canada. She's going to be on the blue course.
So Max has been out helping us setting courses and you know, getting courses ready for the day. Here we go. Out on track they go. Brand on the red. Max on the blue. Their first of 2 runs. A red course advantage. They approach the second jump. So Brand, the German, has a slight edge as they touch down off that second jump. Into the pitch we go, and over the Tenny jump, it's going to be Brand out in front, putting together a good solid run in their first of 2 in the round of 8 across the line. So you go, Brand with a win of a .294 for Nora Brand, the German, .294.
Did I get you a 9er in there? You did. Brenna Weston up against Marlene Crone. Next up, Brianna Weston on the red course. She's representing Boston College. And then from Plymouth State University, Marlene Sophie Crone. And she is going to be on the blue course. Graphics are off right now. Stand by. We are working on getting them into the appropriate...
The men's graphic popping up there, but we'll keep it straight for you in here.
That's right. Weston, again, Weston is on the red, Crone is on the blue.
So Bree, she likes to be called. Rookie from the United States. And Marlene Crone, rookie from Norway. College students here.
And looks like the lights are changing. We go yellow, yellow, green, racing Bree on the red. Right-hand side, looking up blue is Marlene Crone.
Looks like Crone got the jump out of the start. Good, powerful start for Crone. Both of these rookies, so it takes a couple of shots to get that timing down. You got to rock back on your tails and just time it, get into the doors just at the perfect time. Starting to close the gap a little bit is Crone. Red course, blue course still strong here. Crone with the advantage at the line. She's going to cross it with a differential of a .248, .248 on the first run.
And ladies, we ask you to get right back up to the top. You're going to swap courses and do this all over again. The swap-de-whoopsie-doo. And we now look at Jasmine Whittaker, our 7th place qualifier, representing, she's born in Park City, now lives in Burke, Vermont, studying finance at Boston College. She will be on the red course, and on the blue course is Galina Wardle. 5 years on the U.S. team, B in the development team, and Wardle is out of Basalt, Colorado. Skis out of the Aspen Valley Ski Club. On it.
So pretty even start as they both drop down the pitch out of the start house into the first jump, Mazda jump they go. It's going to be blue course with the advantage, Wardle. So she skied with us before. She knows how to time getting out of the start. Good on the jumps, getting the skis back in the snow as soon as possible to get the energy out of the skis. Over the final jump she goes with the edge. Gonna be a close one though. Still blue gonna win it across the line. Goes Wardle with a .080. 080.
Ooh, that's close.
So Wardle, narrowest margin for the ladies in here in this first round, 080. We'll send it back to the top where we'll go with the men's first run in the round of 8. So it's going to be the rookie from Canada against Forchek in the first pair. And then it's Keegan Burke and Isaac Hedstrom. Second pair, Berkner and Keering. Then Van Glance and Gray Flanagan, the athletes on the men's side. So the women will go back up and they will take their second run while the men's run completes, and they'll circulate around. So we'll keep alternating now as we work our way down through the rest of the ladder here in this beautiful bluebird day. I think we're going to start hauling the athletes up with sleds and side-by-sides at the end of this run to keep it moving right along. So we're ready for the men. Looks like I can see Philippe Forchek start to move towards the start house. In the background, over on the red course side, looks like Forchek is there and ready to go. So tall, so powerful. The CU grad and top skier on the ski team for so many years. He's a force to be reckoned with. He's number 2 in the overall. We're missing Christian Sovek. Sovek went to the Olympics, Uncle Lee. You happen to see him there?
I didn't see him there, but right before the Olympics, we were at a UNR ski ball, if you will, at Mount Rose, and he was competing there as well. So said hello, and we...
I think he's going to be in Aspen, so...
I think he'll be in Aspen, yeah. He was enjoying himself some Olympics over there in the Cortina Milano Cortina. Mazda... we want to thank Made for What Moves You, Mazda, the official car and SUV of the World Pro Ski Tour. Thank you for the love and the support. Chris Hill really diving in and making sure that the vehicles are here and everything is, the I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Thank you. New award coming up, Mazda Spirit Award. We'll talk about that later on as we inch closer towards the end of the day. Tough Shed, official partner of the World Pro Ski Tour. Tough Shed, more than the greatest backyard shed. Tough Shed is garages, recreational buildings, and commercial structures too. Surefoot, I know, Kev, you value your Surefoot. And I will tell you what, I was just over in Italy doing some skiing with some boots that were not Surefoot approved, and I had an arch issue that cramped up into my calf, and I was like, Surefoot, send me an angel.
So
that did not happen.
Have you seen my trailer at the bottom of the hill, the new Pro Tour trailer?
No.
Yeah, we got a new trailer. So we built out this trailer to haul the equipment, and then we had all the sponsor logos on it. So I think it was on Tuesday this week. A guy walks up and says, so when are you doing fittings?
Oh.
I go, what do you mean fittings? He goes, Surefoot, when are you guys doing boot fittings? And I go, no. Surefoot is our sponsor of the World Pro Ski Tour. I suggest you Google Surefoot and find your local dealer. I know Surefoot has a boot store in Stowe, Vermont.
Yeah, the power of advertising on a mobile billboard like that, right?
Yeah, that was.
That's what you're attaching to the Enterprise truck and Dragon?
Yeah.
Everything in there.
Yeah.
Is it outfitted with beds so you can sleep in the back?
It will be in the summertime. We haul the motorcycles, but right now it's going to be stuffed with all the equipment you see on the hill here as we haul it out to Aspen and set up and put the White Circus together again.
The White Circus coming to town. That's right, next stop, Aspen next week. So thanks, Sure, for the difference between good skiing and great skiing. And again, I really could have used that over in Italy. My arch took a week to recoup. Blue Mantis, official sponsor of the 2026 Tenny Pro Open. Thank you so much. And Fisher talking.
Oh, yeah,
to,
Fisher guys are here.
Yeah, Jan, just a minute ago. He's a jack of all trades, master of everything, and he is down there. They might do a demo tomorrow, so if you want to get on some curves, and lay him out on the groomers here, feel free. That could be tomorrow on Fisher Skis.
Yeah, we got a lot of athletes in our program at Attitash. Ski on Fisher is a real popular choice with the young athletes.
You know, the guy who started Fisher, he was big into aerodynamics.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I just heard.
Enough of that. Let's get going. Philip Forchek is going to be on the red course. That is the right-hand side looking up. Big, tall drop water against Etienne Mazelier from Quebec City, Canada.
So it really gives him a huge advantage coming out of the start because 1 or 2 skate steps with a leg that much longer than the other guy on the other side there. He's no slouch either. He's good size. Some big boys down there booting up in the morning. So, but Forchek has really got the start dialed in. He could just, get a jump on you, even if you're quick enough to come out at the same time. A couple good strides and a couple good skating steps, and he's out of there. There he goes right now. We've got some competition. Here we go. Forchek and Resurgence coming at you. Looks like the advantage might be over on the blue course side for Resurgence, the rookie from Canada. But here comes Forchek, putting the freight train in second gear. Forchek starting to pull away. Anybody's race still. I think Forchek has the edge as he touches down sooner. There's the high clear and straightens it out. Forchek crosses the finish line by .205. So
well, that was just experience speaking right there. Remember the last couple of years, almost every race, Forchek, calm, cool, collected, and finds the area to get that speed, and he did it again.
He would pace people.
Yes, yes.
And it's so key to this sport is to have the energy to go all the way through 8 rounds to get to the top step of the podium, and he was a master of that. Forchek, he knows how to pace it too. He knows what he has to do. But when you're racing against people you don't know, like the rookie from Canada, he put the pressure on. He had an unbelievable start, and that probably surprised forecheck a little bit, but he got it done with a 2.05. Not much.
Etienne, world junior champion, 21 FIS wins, so no slouch. We'll see what he does in the second round. We got one loaded in our next round. This is going to be Isaac Hedström from Åre, Sweden. One of the 2006 World Cup finals and the 2017 World Cup championships that were there.
I went to Åre in 1988 when I was coaching the Paralympic team.
Did you see Ingemar there?
I did not see Ingemar, but he was my idol growing up.
Come on, right? Silent giant.
I follow him on the gram, and he's just still doing giant box hops like he's a kid. Yeah, he's like way over knee height. He's doing these box hops, and he was. There was a great book back then called Pianta Su.
Pianta Su.
Pianta Su means plant up.
Oh.
Plant the pole and come up. So it's the era of Gustavo Toni and Ingemar Stenmark, the Mayrd brothers. Here we go. Let's get back to racing. Coming
Isaac
at you
Hedström,
now.
Blue. Keegan Burke, red.
So Burke, super
Vice versa,
strong
excuse
out of
me.
the start here. Let's see who's got the edge here. Burke with the red course sides. Powerful, staying low and really aerodynamic and putting down a good solid run. Looks like Burke's got the edge on the red side in their first of 2 runs at a round of 8. Burke definitely touching down with about a ski's length. Across the line he goes. Going to get a win, not a big one though, a .163 for their first of 2 runs in this round of 8 for Keegan Burke. A .163 advantage for Burke.
Team White Rhino Finance and Enterprise Tech. Family bow hunting video games with kids. That's what he is into. Nice job, Keegan. One more to move on to the round of 4. Let's go up top. We're looking for the likes of Alex Berkner against Luke Keering. And it's going to be Berkner on the red, Keering on the blue.
All right, the lights go yellow. Green opens the doors, and out on track they will come. Who's going to have the stronger start? Looks like pretty even start for both these guys. Berkner and Keering, their first faced off here in the round of 8. Looks like blue course touching down with the advantage. Keering out in front now, stretching it out. Really got some power out of the start, leaving him in the dust now. Berkner and Keering coming at you. Berkner on that red side, trails is Keering on the blue. Going to get it done first here. Across the line he goes. Luke Keering winning the run by max differential of a .60. .60 going to Luke Keering.
Yeah, the Harvard ski team senior lives and loves running the Norham downhill circuit, putting the turns to his effort and best ability. Nice job. He's got the max advance. Let's go back up top for the final pairing of the first run of 2 of the round of 8. This is Van Glantz on the red course. Yep, Van Glantz out of Pennsylvania, going up against Gray Flanagan from Burlington, Vermont. Civil engineering at UVM. He is on the blue course.
So Glantz qualified 7th. Flanagan was 2nd in the qualifying. Super quick. Here we go. Lights going from yellow to green. The doors will open up simultaneously. Out on track they go. Looked like Flanagan over on that blue side. Got a little bit of a jump as they drop down off the second jump. Working the midsection of the course. Blue course out in front, starting to charge away is Flanagan predictably. On this faster qualifier, he was again 2nd. He's going to win this first run across the line. We'll go Flanagan with a .295. Again, 295 for Gray Flanagan on their first of 2 runs.
Nice job, Flanagan. He's going to head back up top with the rest of them. Guys, jump on those snowmobiles, head back up top. Now we're gearing up for the ladies one more time. Their second run of round 8. The winners of these next 4 races will go to the final 4. We started off with Sarah Bennett from Canada against Michelle Hervin from Sweden.
So here, Bob Underwood telling Kevin Kiley, time to load the ladies in the start gates.
If you were just watching online, just waking up somewhere around the world, welcome in. This is known as the World Pro Ski Tour, the first stop of the 2026 tour. I want to thank Mazda for the support. This is the Tenny Pro Open by Mazda. You take the 93 up north about an hour and a half from Boston. You exit right, and
Plymouth.
you go about 10 minutes, and you're at teeny tiny Tenny, just a little gem up here. Light winds blowing today, blue skies, a bunch of snow has fallen, and from what we heard from the people on the lifts, And those that have skied the last couple days, it's been dynamite.
So you know how much Chris Hill loves skiing from Mazda.
Sure.
He didn't even come in here yesterday. He was so busy skiing.
That's smart. That is incredibly
smart. I
smart.
said, Chris, you didn't come in for your customary interview. He said, I'll be in tomorrow. He and Dan Flavin out enjoying the fantastic snow that we have here at Tenny Mountain.
That's the way it should be. You know, there's the days we don't ski, they don't come back.
So
Obermeyer, 106.
I'm 58 days in this winter.
58.
So I lost a few days with I pulled a hip flexor coming out of the start. My beer league, I had this big old massive start, and it was not good.
We're
back to racing.
Let's go. Sarah Bennett. She is going to be on the blue this time, and Michelle Curvin is on the red. Advantage goes to Sarah Bennett with a .541. That means that the blue gate is going to open.
So we're simultaneously opening of the doors. We've had trouble with the control in the past. We used to do a little built-in margin, but we're just going with the pure door opening, and may the best person win. But we'll keep you posted as to that differential so you understand the outcome of the run without having to figure that out.
You mean computers do it all for us?
Oh, yeah.
No handhelds?
Yeah, no handhelds.
Okay.
No abacus.
Calculator wristwatch not working today.
You could see somebody like Sarah Bennett could pace, and she could cross the line behind and still win with half a second advantage, but she's going to give it everything she's got here in the second run over on that blue course side. So out in front, Bennett, your fastest qualifier. Curvin qualified in 8th, predictably. Your fastest skier on the hill of qualifying is leading this run and led the first one. So into the finish we will go, with Bennett crossing first, and she'll have a maximum differential of a .60 on. We'll go Bennett into the round of 4.
Bennett advancing on. Nice work for Team Canada. Let's go on with Maxine von Steen from Canada. Maxi, as she's called, going against the German Nora Brand. Nora's competed in this event series before, and she has an advantage of .299. It'll be Nora on the blue, Maxi on the red.
So narrow margin. They're probably, about a quarter gate, if that. So some close racing here in their first rounds.
Swap, that is, on the graphic, folks. Nora is on the blue, Maxi on the red.
So Brand gets down through tuck early. Again, she has a .294 advantage, and she holds the advantage here, working the midway of the course. Nora Brand, the German with the classic Bogner German suit, but here comes pressure. Pressure now from Maxi, catching up with her, starting to make up some ground, but she's going to need to win it by a lot to make up that .294. So she wins the run, but only by .09 does Max. So on goes Sarah Bennett. She held a .294 after that first run. So Max's win by only 900ths of a second was not enough to make up the .294.
So Bennett and Nora Brand will be in the final 4 together. And Maxi will live to ski another day. We'll see her tomorrow in the next round. Let's check it out here. Brianna Weston, Marlene Crone. Brianna, as Marlene has got the advantage by 2.46. USA versus Norway this time. Brianna will be on the blue course. Marlene Crone on the red.
So Kevin Kiley, our official starter, given the cadence, and there go the lights. Watch them out front. The drag lights will go from yellow to green, and the track opens up out, and of course they go. Looked like a good even start as they work their way down the pitch. But Marlena with the advantage after the first run. She's over on that red course this time, and maybe a little bit trailing. Again, she holds a .248 advantage after the first run. Is she going to control this run? Pacing herself a little bit. Off the bottom jump she goes. It's going to be a close one, but she has a .2 advantage. So Weston wins the run, but not by enough. She wins the run by .079. Needed to make up a .284, .079. Not going to get that done. So on goes Marlena Knorr.
Marlene Crone advancing, and she'll go up against the winner of Jasmine Whitaker and Galena Wardle, our final pairing in this round of 8. Whitaker has a disadvantage by just a fraction of .08. Wardle is coming in hot from the basalt area. Got her roots cut and teeth cut at Aspen Valley Ski Club. And that's Wardle again on the red course. Jasmine Whitaker, Concord, Vermont on the blue course.
That was the smallest differential posted so far, either men or women, I believe. So it's anybody's race as the doors will open up. There's Wardle over on the red course side, powerful out of the start. She heads for the first jump, the Mazda jump. It's like she has the advantage. Touching down first, your second fastest qualifier against Whitaker. So Wardle on that red side, right there, out front, touching down with about a half a ski's length. Just a couple of turns to go over the final Tenny jump. Gap starting to close, but Wardle's got 0.08 of a second. She wins the second run, also by 0.126. So Wardle backs it up with another win, again a 0.126 on that run. So that was a close one, ladies.
Yeah,
126.
Nice skiing. So Bennett, Nora Brand, Canada versus Germany, and then Krohn against Wardle, Norway against USA. That's going to be your final four pairing once we get there. And now we're going to shift it over to the second run of the men. Forcheck, Etienne, Burke, Hedstrom, Berkner, Keering, Van Glance, Vanagon. You're not up top now, you should be.
So Joe Pluff just peeking his head in the timing building. Big thanks to Joe. Joe towed this thing from Bangor, Maine.
Bangor, Maine.
You know, he had to drive up to Bangor, get the trailer, bring it back here, level it out, bring the generator.
They didn't just leave this here from last year.
He does not have an accent like that. But
Yeah,
I'm
like
from Maine, so I do.
I like how it flowed right there. It was nice.
So did you know, Uncle Lee, that in the summertime I'm a bus tour guide?
Are you?
I'm serious.
Do you find any moose on those tours?
We do.
Yes,
we
you do. Really? How many tours do you give?
I do about 6 tours a season for a big hotel where my wife used to work. So
I love it.
We leave the White Mountain Hotel in North Conway, and I take a bus full of folks over to Portland, Maine. And as soon as I cross the border, I kick my Maine accent in. They just think it's a ride. We go to the harbor in Portland, and we take a boat ride, and we go to DeMillo's Floating Restaurant, the largest floating restaurant in the world, and have lobster, and then drive home.
Lobster.
All right.
I'm looking forward to some lobster. He digresses. The tour guide, known as Kevin Clark.
Clarky stories abound.
Clarky, we got time, you know. We got
So
time.
you know what I talk about? I talk about Tony Matt shushing the head wall and Tuckerman Ravine, because the next day with another tour driver, they go up the Cog Railroad up Mount Washington, where Tony Matt in 1939 shushed the head wall at over 80 miles an hour. And he was just...
In 1939.
1939.
On wooden skis.
Top to bottom, Mount Washington.
Tucked it?
4 miles. Like 6 minutes. Nobody's ever been able to do it again. His son Richie and I went to school together, and we just got him introduced into the Guinness Book of World Records.
Really?
For skiing Tuckerman all the way from the top of Mount Washington to the Sherburne.
He holds that record
AMC.
from 1939?
No, well, there's never been the conditions to ever do it again.
Jeez.
Yeah, ungroomed. He missed his checkup going over the head wall, and he was committed to going straight in boots no better than your hiking boots.
Exactly.
So I tell the folks on the tour, I says,
no edges.
It says, get out of that Cog Railroad and look down the backside of Mount Washington. Picture yourself going down there with hiking boots and a pair of wooden skis strapped to your legs. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's a bucket list for me. I've seen it from the air, and we were at what's the ski resort?
Wildcat was right straight across from there.
What's the other one though? There's two words. Brent
Woods. See the
Brent
back
Woods.
side.
Yeah,
you see the
backside.
Cog Railroad
Yeah.
side of Mount Washington. Just a
Close as I've
spectacular backdrop as I drive to the mountain every day. Get to look at Mount Washington. What's cool is the morning report from the top of Mount Washington for the weather observers. They live up on Mount Washington year-round. They have shift changes once every 3 days. Cat drivers go up, but the observers give you that morning report, and it's like 65-mile-an-hour winds and a temperature of 35 below zero.
Yeah, isn't it the coldest place on earth at one point?
The highest wind recorded.
Highest wind,
until
212,
that.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
That is ridiculous. Okay, so for you folks watching here live, nice to have you. For you folks watching online, as equally good to have you. Philip Forcheck from Czechia, he's got a 0.2 of a second lead. He's going to be over on the blue course. That's the left-hand side if you're looking up with all the blue gates. And guess what? Over on the other side, that's a red course. Canadian. Etienne Mazilier, had a chance to talk to him briefly. He said he's enjoying the experience so far, learning a lot. His nickname is Maz. raised on the slopes.
Mazda. Now, that's a new nickname.
He's a powerhouse in GS and Slalom. World Junior Champion, 21 FIS wins and a whole bunch of NORAM slalom podiums. So could put some pressure on Philip Forchek. It's not over until they cross the line.
So we can see the size difference there. Looking at the two as they wait to start cadence. So let's see what he has for Forchek. Forchek owns the first run by 0.25. Forchek gets a little bit of a jump.
Clean start.
So Maz trying to get there with him over the first jump. It's going to be Forchek touching down with the advantage. Again, he holds 2.250 advantage after the first round, and the big guy starts to stretch it out now, turning up the afterburners. Forchek, number 2 in the tour standings at the end of last season, in control of this second run to move into the round of 4 with Forchek crosses the finish line with the win of a 0.240 for Forchek. So 240.
Lots of good learnings from Forchek last year, and he's putting that to play right now. Let's send it back up top. Isaac Hedstrom from Åre, Sweden, going against Keegan Burke. It's Keegan Burke this time on the blue course, Hedstrom on the red.
So Burke with that advantage, a narrow one, a 0.163.
He's doing it for his 5 kids.
So his last child and his brother's last child were born 5 days apart, they told me this morning.
Okay.
So
yeah, he's got a 22-month-old, a 7-month-old. Those are the girls, and the boys, 11, 12, 14.
There we go. Looks like Burke with another powerful start over on the blue course this time. Off the first jump they go. Burke holds the advantage after the first run, but a very, very narrow advantage. Both powerful and in balance off the second jump. Going to be anybody's race as we head for the bottom jump, touching down. Oh, Burke gets twisted and sideways. Could have cost him right there. Across the line he goes. The wind going to Hedstrom at 0.154. Not enough. Needed to make up a 163. Burke almost threw it away there at the bottom. We're going to do a replay. Here they come. Off the middle jump. Working their way into the second jump, the Tenny jump. He touches down, gets way inside, but just hammers away, nearly taking out the start and finish lines. But he crosses with that margin. That was a close one.
Boy, 1/1000th of a second was the difference on that?
Yep.
Wow, that's some great racing. That's what the World Pro Ski Tour is all about. Back to the top we go. It's time for Berkner in Kearing. It is Kearing has the max advantage, 6/10. Kearing this time will be on the red course and Berkner on the blue.
So it's Kearing's to lose with that 6/10 advantage, but Berkner no stranger to the Pro Tour. Luke Kearing, a rookie, showing he's adapting to coming out of the start, which is so crucial, as we mentioned over and over again. You can lose a half a second right in the start.
Yeah, well, Berkner designs and builds carbon fiber products across sports, auto, and fashion. He is on the blue course. He needs to make up some time here. Kearing's got 6/10 of advantage. He's on the red course. Here we go.
So Kearing gets a big jump over Berkner, left him standing and start again. Kearing figured the start out, the rookie looking strong here today. Through the midsection of the course, really starting to get the juice out of the skis as the groove starts to develop where they can put their ski against that groove and really get the juice, as we say, across the line. Going to win it in a big way across the line. Kearing with a 146, so max differential to Kearing on both runs.
Kearing making magic happen there. He's going to go up against the likes of Gray Flanagan or Van Glance. It's Flanagan, number 2 qualifier yesterday. Got a .295 advantage. He'll be featured on the red course this time, while Van Glance is on the blue.
So Flanagan, rookie, but he's adapted quickly. Some guys get it right away, and other guys, just struggle to figure out the start. You don't want to push back on your poles too soon, because you get up there and you get the wobble going.
Not the wobble.
You get the wobble.
Not the wobble.
Dreaded wobbles. Like, oh my God, I came up here too soon. You got to time it just right. Rock back, move forward with the cadence of the lights, and bam, he's on it. Out on track they go. Ray Flanagan over on the red course side. Figured that start out into the Mazda first jump they go. Touching down. Looks like Flanagan with the advantage. He only has a 2.95 after the first run. Starting to stride away now, though. Touching down with the advantage over Van. It's all Flanagan here on the red course. The second run going to win this. Back-to-back wins for him. And the advantage is the max differential of 0.60 to Flanagan on. He goes into the next round.
We started with 16 men, we're down to 4. We started with 8 women, we're down to 4. Let's call it the final 4 for each. They'll get 2 runs as we've seen all day long. and that will continue on until we get to the finals and the small final as well. And we'll repeat it again tomorrow. We do have something new this year, folks. Mazda's Spirit Award. There's a world that guides everything we do, and we're going to talk more about that. It's not for the person that just wins, but it's the person that has the best spirit out there. It's going to be for the men and for the women each of the next 2 days, and we thank Mazda for their support and their love of this fantastic tour.
So omotenashi, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is the Japanese word for
omotenashi.
Omotenashi. We'll get Chris Hill in here to talk about the impetus behind starting this award. So
he's flawless on the mic. You can't stump him. He's been with the brand for over 20 years. We just can't thank him and of course Mazda enough for their continued support. This is the third year of the sponsorship, and I can tell you from experience after being in that CX-50 last night, you know, I was tired. I had traveled literally on between 9,000 and 10,000 miles in less than 40 hours, coming from Italy to San Francisco to Boston. Then I jumped in that thing, and it had lane assist. If you've driven one of those cars that does that, like you start getting to the right, if you're getting sleepy, that thing will wake you right up. It kept me in there. It had beepers and noise things going on, way more advanced than my 1996 zero-wheel drive Saturn, that's for sure. So
there he is. Here comes Chris.
Poland, we speak of the Heavenly Father, not the devil. We speak of the Heavenly Father. Chris Hill has made it in. And we're going to talk about vehicles. You want to sacrifice your headset?
Yeah, I can sacrifice my headset.
How much time do we have before the next race here? Bob? Stand by. As Chris Hill takes off his helmet, his protective headwear, he is going to put on the headset now. Doesn't need to do much with his hair because it's always looking good, yes. I'm staring at him. Where was the letter? And his hair was perfect. All right, we got Chris Hill. First of all, Chris, how is the skiing out there?
Uncle Lee, the skiing is great today. If you are at Tenny Mountain and haven't made your way up there, you need to do it. Great snow today. Good job. Grooming lessons are awesome. Get out there and ski.
If you know, my boss wasn't such a slave driver and having me attached to this headset for hours, I'd be out there skiing. So the ski. Now I'm not
26.
How is
customers really lines with specifically people who love new color this year?
Guy who drives it and I'm proud of it. I got it. Let's see, I had to do the math. That's 20 years, 30 years difference of a vehicle that I was driving, and what's the lane assist, that really saved me. I was really sleepy and I started drifting and it put me right back in there. I know that's not new, but boy, what a safety feature.
That is great. Yeah, you know what? We were just named Consumer Reports safest brand in the industry.
Okay.
A really great award, and a lot of it is because of our proactive safety, not reactive safety. What you experienced last night with lane departure warning, that's proactive safety. That's tech. Obviously, we have all the airbags and all the reactive safety equipment that people require nowadays, that people want in all their cars. That's really the bar that you have to clear. But what sets Mazda apart is our standard safety equipment across the lineup. Things like blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, front safety alert, and lane departure warning, to name just a few.
I noticed that on the side view mirrors. I just so much technology going on. I had to regroup. I was a little jet lagged, first of all, right? And I got in and I said, okay, focus, don't drink any more coffee, and get in there. Now, one thing I did notice is I put it on cruise control also, and as I was approaching a car that was going a little slower, it slowed down automatically. That's like Michael Knight Rider stuff right there.
That's
How does that
right.
work?
Yeah, we've come a long way from the flashing red light in the front of the car from Knight Rider. That's called adaptive cruise control. So it does use radars in the windshield in the front of the car to determine the speed of the car in front of you, and it will slow down your cruise control. You can also set the distance. There's 3 bars that show up on that feature when you're using it. You can set the distance far away, a little bit closer, or even closer depending on your speed. But it's It's a great feature that, you know, when you're on cruise control sometimes in the fast lane and you've got that person camping in the fast lane, you can come up on them pretty quick. This prevents you from coming up on them quick. You have to be careful, though, because you can be going 60, 70 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden you're going 45 and you don't really realize it. But,
the gentle slowdown.
Yeah. We've got to get you out of that Saturn, by the way. I know a guy that can get you a new car.
You know, I actually did contact you. Instead of getting myself a new car, I got one for my daughter.
That's right.
And she absolutely loves it. She's putting more miles on it than she should, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. A great vehicle. Something else I noticed is the screen. I drove one of those all-electric cars, a company called Tesla, and there's a screen there with visibly distracting. Okay, the screen here that I noticed is it's modest. It's positioned just right, so you're not taking your eyes off the wheel. And where I got used to the dial control and the sound, I figured that out kind of like I was a DJ, and I like how my hand was over to the right while my hand was still, the other hand was still on the wheel.
Uncle E was on the 1s and 2s while he was driving the CX-50.
Is that what it's called, the 1s and 2s?
No. That's a Beck reference for anyone who knows Beck.
That was good.
No, that we call that a commander knob. So that is the way you interact with the HMI, the human machine interface.
It's usually what I call Clarky, a commander knob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took some time. By the time I got here, I had maybe 5% of the car figured out, so I look forward to driving it at least another day.
At least not when you're jet lagged and at midnight.
Yeah, but it got me here safely, and what a beautiful vehicle. So, talk to us about the Mazda Spirit Award. That's something new coming up. That's new this year. I'm guessing that you, most likely, said, let's do something special here and break down what we're going to see later on today.
Yeah, we're excited for 2026 to offer something a little bit new to the athletes here at the World Pro Ski Tour. I will correct you, this is our 4th year at the World Pro Ski Tour. But, you know, we've talked in the past about things like the Mazda Promise, the Mazda Purpose, the reason why Mazda's in business. Our purpose is to enrich the lives of those we serve, and we do that through fulfilling a promise of uplifting experiences. How we provide those uplifting experiences through some key values. One of those values is a word that's at the center of everything that Mazda does. That word is omotenashi. It's the spirit of wholehearted hospitality. And what that means is when you put others' needs in front of yours, when you act with sincerity, and when you really go out and you give your very best without expecting any recognition. You're really just there to serve people. You're there to serve your fellow participants, your fellow workers, whatever situation that may be. So we're super excited in the tour this year. We're going to award, after every race, both male and female, we're going to award a Mazda Spirit Award. This is going to go to the athlete that is not necessarily about the fastest time. This very well may be the fastest skier, but it doesn't have to be. It's about character. It's about recognizing the competitor who lifts other people up. They show respect in the start gate. They show grace in the finish gate. They really care for their fellow athletes, and they interact and care for the employees at Tenny Mountain, the World Pro Ski Tour employees, and they make this overall experience of World Pro Ski Tour better for the fans, better for the live fans, and better for the fans that are watching on the live stream and will watch the TV show after the event. So we're excited to honor someone who uplifts the rest of the fellow competitors today. And we're going to do that again, one female and one male today, and we're going to do it again tomorrow.
Love it. Speaking of females, I'm looking, we have two loaded in the gate. Let's get this headset back to Clarky. Mr. Hill, professional as always.
Good to see you. You bet. Thanks, guys. Thanks for what you do.
Go back.
Let's see some good racing.
Yeah, go back and do some skiing.
I'm going to watch this race. We're in the Final Four. Let's go.
Final Four. Here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Chris Hill from Mazda.
Thanks, Chris.
20-plus years in the business, and it just flows like wine. I love it, Chris. Thank you.
So as we start fresh in the first run of the quarterfinals with the ladies, Uncle Lee's got the info on the gals. Sarah Bennett and Nora Brand stand behind the start gates. We're ready to go.
Nora Brand from Germany, Sarah Bennett, Quebec, Canada, out of Stoneham, Canadian alpine ski racer, primary slalom and giant slalom, former national team athlete. That's Sarah Bennett. Nora Brand, she's competed in these events before. She's afraid of snails. She's an economics master's, student of University of Innsbruck, Austria. Innsbruck, Austria, 130,000 people, 30,000 of them are students. Did you know?
I did not know that.
Yep, largest college in Austria. So let's see what happens here. Battle of Canada versus Germany.
Prior to my going to Ore for the Paralympics, I went to Innsbruck and did Paralympics. What fantastic town.
Paralympics. Magical.
Amazing.
Yep, Bennett's going to be on the red. Brand's going to be on the blue. You folks are new to racing. We put red gates on the red side and blue gates on the blue side. It's science.
Here we go. Lights will go from yellow to green. The doors will open up their first of 2 runs in the quarterfinals for the ladies. Looks like a dead even start for both these pros as they drop down off the pitch, grab the bullet, try to get some energy out of the skis. So important not just to sit there on your skis. You got to load them up. You got to release them. You got to be quick feet laterally. You got to keep that ankle tension. Keep the front of the ski loaded up. Let it go. Let the energy come. And it's all Sarah Brand here in the first of her 2 runs. Across the line she will go with the win of a .486 for Sarah Bennett.
You know what I like there? You said Sarah Brand. You had both of them combined.
Did I do that?
Yeah, that was good though. It was inclusive. I like it. But it was Sarah Bennett that got the advantage there.
Dyslexia.
It's not a crime. It's just a pastime. So Sarah Bennett's got the advantage there. That's one half of the equation. Let's go to Galina Wardle, who is on the blue course, and Miss Marlene Sophie Krohn from Norway, skiing from Plymouth State University. She is on the red course. The lights are going to change colors right about now. The gates are going to open. Here they go.
So, looks like a more powerful start on the blue course side for Wardle, who was your second fastest qualifier. She has the advantage over the first Mazda jump. Drops down in that bullet. Nice groove starting to form where the athletes can put that ski against it and get some energy out of it. But here comes Krohn, putting the pressure on. Out in front now, over on the blue course side. It's all about Galina here in the first run across the line. She will go with the win with .353.
353 for Wardle, putting that experience from the Aspen Valley Ski Club together, doing it at the University of Denver Pioneers. Speaks 4 languages. Nice race in there. The Norwegian, multiple top 30 finishes and races. Left home at the age of 15 to pursue skiing. So they're going to head back up top. Those ladies are to do the same thing, but swap courses. And now we're going to load the guys in for their first of 2 runs. Voracek against Burke. That's Keegan Burke. And Mr. Luke Kearing is going to go in against Gray Flanagan.
So I'm sure the Burke family's got a contingent here. I could hear him cheering yesterday when they came down and tied. So Dad's always with the guys out on racing, his family. So let's see what Voracek, number 2 in the overall standings, his qualifier, has got for Keegan Burke here in their first of 2 runs. In the semifinals, it's moving right along here in this gorgeous day, just as calm and sunny, and it's kind of like a
sun's out, guns
perfect.
Out. Hoping to get a couple runs in after this. I brought the twigs with me.
Nice.
Nice
do much
job,
skiing
Jake Jacobs.
in Italy?
I skied all but 2 days in Italy. Hit Italy, Austria, and Switzerland. Got Ischgl, Solden. Skied the Franz Klammer downhill with absolute flat light as fast as I could. It took me 3 minutes, so I wasn't moving that fast, but it was hilarious. So skied the women's downhill. The Olympic GS from 1976. They're doing a 50th anniversary there. I look at the top of the gondola at Lezoom. And you know who was there? It was Klaus Heidegger. Remember Klaus?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Klaus was up top and got a $1 million smile. I'm like, Klaus? He's like, Uncle Lee, nice to see you. Where is Franz? I thought I was with Weber.
Weber?
Yeah. But random run in as the ski community turns. Hey, look at that. Time to get going with the dudes. It's Philip Voracek, Keegan Burke. Philip on the red course, Burke on the blue.
Gone yellow now. Doors will open up, and it's Voracek and Burke out on track. Voracek, big and tall, over on the red course side. Burke, a big man himself, putting the power down. Older guy, Burke. He hasn't trained at all this year. Still got it, though. Burke is putting the pressure on Voracek, but Voracek is in control of their first of 2 runs here in the semis. Voracek out in front and heading for the finish line with the win in their first of 2s in the semis. It's Voracek with the advantage of a .489.
For Voracek, his sense of smell is unusually strong. He smells victory one more time. Burke, I'm like what I'm seeing from your 43 years of life experience, and you are as good once as you ever were. Keep it up. Let's see what happens on the next one. Let's go with Luke Kearing. Luke Kearing, Carrabassett Valley, Maine. He's a senior at Harvard ski team. Kearing is going to be on the red course up against Gray Flanagan, number 2 qualifier, graduate of Burke Mountain Academy, loves mountain biking, and he is on the blue course.
So, lights will go yellow. I can hear Kylie barking it out now to get the athletes ready. Red course ready, blue course ready. The lights will go yellow to green. The doors will open up. Their first 2 runs. Luke Keegan and Gray Flanagan. So, Luke trailing now a little bit. Luke, I'm your father. So, back to racing. Into the pitch they go. Really working the skis. Touching down on the red course side. It's Gearing with the advantage. Flanagan here, the first of 2 runs, putting together a good run across the line. He will go. Winning the run is Luke Kearing by .35. So
it can happen. But again, for Galena Wardle and Marlene Sokin, Sarah Bennett and Nora Brand will tee it off first when they get back up top. You're watching the 2026 World Pro Ski Tour. This is the Tenny Probe by Mazda. He's Kevin Clark. I'm Uncle Lee. We're not getting paid by the word today, unfortunately, but we're getting paid to have some fun in the name of racing. Tenny Mountain, New Hampshire, way up north, the 93 and 2nd year you've been here. Thank you to Steve Kelly and his entire crew here. Barrett Stein, you're looking good. Yeah, no, look this way. Look at your 9 o'clock. Give us a flex now. We're in a booth. There you go, buddy. Looking good. Yeah, Barrett's doing a bang-up job making sure that the safety is safe and the course is running smooth.
Done a good job setting as usual. Yep. Barrett Stein. Painstaking process of getting those courses as identical as possible, and he's done a great job once again. So the racing is even, no matter which side you're on.
Yeah, World Pro Ski Tour have been around for decades, and before there was the X Games, before there was Super G was even a thing, the World Pro Ski Tour was doing head-to-head racing. A lot of the pros, a lot of the World Cuppers were stepping away from World Cup after their retirement and stepping into the pro ranks, and huge numbers of pro athletes and celebrities would come to this event, and it continues on today into the first 25 plus years of the 21st century. And big props, as always, we got to throw out the name Ed Rogers, because it was his brainchild back in, was it the late 60s where it all came about, and then it was implemented in 71?
Well, Ed started the New England Pro Spree in, I believe it was 1975.
75, okay.
And we did a few races midweek around New England, so all the ski coaches would come. And then it morphed into the Peugeot Pro Tour.
Aha, that's right.
They were a sponsor for a while, and we moved through several different automobile companies, and here we are today. Mazda leading the way, providing the funding to make it happen for these athletes, and the special award, the Mazda Spirit Award. It's going to be fun to award today. So
this will happen again tomorrow, and then packing everything up Saturday night, jump into a buggy or two, and maybe an airplane, a pogo stick, and a
race you to Aspen.
Race you to Aspen. I'm going to go home for a couple days and wash some socks and see an Aspen on Thursday night. Friday will be qualifying. Saturday and Sunday is races there. You folks listening live will be enjoying a little warmer weather, it looks like here. There's not too much of a storm cycle. I was looking at the long-term forecast for here and for Tahoe. Not too much pushing through North America the next 10 days. To what happened in the last, let's say, 2 weeks here and on the West Coast.
One year we left California and had to go east for an event, and we drove in the same snowstorm for 700 miles. It was brutal.
The whole way.
The whole way. Like, please, can we get ahead of it?
Driving into this storm?
Yeah, the storm was chasing us. It got in it and just couldn't get out of it.
Oh, you're going east.
Yeah, going east.
Yep.
So
we got stuck in a quick blizzard at the top of Ischgl in Austria, which it borders Austria. We're coming back from having cheese fondue at Switzerland, jumped on a lift, and then the lift stopped for a half an hour, and the storm moved in. And we got to the top, and I have not had vertigo like that. Our host, his goggles didn't work. We didn't know where we were going. We were the only 4 up there. I'm like, this is that type of stuff where you ski off and you're never seen again. And unfortunately, I had an orange jacket. I followed the snow guns down and got to safety, but it was 45 minutes of sidestepping, and it wasn't that far. It was maybe from the top.
But it's the weirdest feeling if you have not had vertigo. We had it in...
Feels like you're in an avalanche.
We had it happen to us in Bariloche when we were doing a race in Argentina. So John Jacobs' dad was there with us. And poor dad skied off a cut. You know, they have the cat tracks, and it's all above tree line. It just burrowed in head first, and he was fine though. But we came through it too, and it's like, oh my God, you can't tell what downhill is.
No.
Where is the fall line? Yeah, where is just like do a lot of sidestepping and a couple snowplow turns. And
hey, look at this. We're loading them up. Load them if you got them, baby. Here we go. It's time for the dudes. It's going to be Philip Forchek. He is...
No, girls.
Oh, correct.
Okay,
Just
Sarah
making
Bennett.
sure you're paying attention. On course, Bennett and Norbrand.
Brand. The first dart. 4. It's pouring down. It's eats. Goes to backs it up with an on. She will go to the semifinal round.
The final round.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Bennett's
So-
going to go to the final round where Nora Brand's going to go to the small final. So nice job, Sarah Bennett. I have raced all season with no coach, no team, no help all season. 100% independent on the NORAM World Cup circuit. Sarah Bennett, you made it to the finals here. Top notch, top notch. All right, let's go with Galina Wardle. She'll be on the red course this time, where Marlene Sophie Krohn from Norway will be on the blue.
So Wardle with the advantage after the first run of .353. So let's see what she's got.
Gates open up,
Krohn.
off they go. Wardle red.
Pushing
Krohn blue.
and pulling and skating into that first Mazda jump, trying to get as much energy out of those slalom skis as possible. Down to the tuck they go, trying to get as aerodynamic, but at the same time, get some power out of it. This is a close race. After the first run, it was Wardle with the advantage. She's over on that red course now, and looks like she's in control of this run, touching down first. Again, with that 3.53 advantage, it's all Wardle going into the finals to face off against Sarah Bennett. So Wardle, your second fastest qualifier. Sarah Bennett, your first, facing off just like this formula produces over and over again in elimination racing.
Wardle.
Whoops.
Wardle advanced because she had the 3.53 advance. Yeah, Wardle advancing on there.
Advancing.
5-time member of the U.S. ski team, NCAA All-American, doing it for the University of Denver Pioneers, speaking 4 different languages. Wardle and Bennett, you're going to the finals, where Krohn and Brand, you're going to the small finals. So 4 more races for the ladies. Make sure you, all 4 of you, head back up the top in due time. And we are gearing up for the gentlemen to finish their second run of the Final Four. It's going to be Philip Forchek with an advantage, going up against Keegan Burke, who needs to apply all the pressure. So again, Keegan Burke, finance and enterprise tech. He's into family because he has 5 kids. Bow hunting, which is always fun to do with a bow and arrow. Hi. Have you shot one of those?
Compound bows? No.
Oh my Lord!
I think I can pull it back.
We had time out one day at a NASCAR race in Kansas. We went over there and shot. He told us not to do it this way. I did it that way, and I got a big gouge on my other arm. It's very technical if you don't know what you're doing. Those things are not cheap, and they're carbon fiber, and they are incredibly accurate. That's my hunting. That's all I got.
Here we go.
Oh, look at this. Here we go. So speaking of Keegan Burke, the bow hunter, doing it for White Rhino team. He's going to be on the blue course. Philip Forchek with the advantage, .489. He'll be on the blue course. They're locked and loaded. This is for the finals. Who's going to go to the finals, Clarky?
Okay, back in the tails of their skis, out on track they come. Looks like Forchek gets a little bit of a jump, but never discount Keegan Burke, so powerful. He's right there with Forecheck here. Forecheck has a 4.89 advantage after the first run. You'll see Forecheck start to stride away a little bit. Burke right there with him, but Forecheck knows he's got just about a half a second in hand as a touchdown off the bottom bump. Burke, a little bit of a mistake. Didn't get that turn shape enough coming off the jump. On he will go to the finals. Philippe Forecheck. Burke goes down to the consolation round, the battle for third and fourth place.
Forecheck, a familiar place, the finals. Forecheck is going on. Burke, you're going to go to the small final. Both of you are going to need head back up top. Now it's setting the stage to see who's going to join Forecheck. Luke Herring, Carrabassett Valley, Maine, USA, up against Gray Flanagan, Burlington, Vermont. West Berkey, he is the second fastest qualifier, that Gray Flanagan guy. Gray is going to be on the blue course. Luke is on the red, waiting for the colors to change and the gates to open. Again, the winner of this will join Philip Forecheck.
So Kering holds that 3-4-5 on the blue course side. Let's see what he's got coming out of the start. These guys are pretty evenly matched, and it's Luke who turned, you know, the run on its head. Flanagan was your second fastest qualifier and a little more experience than Kering. So let's see if Kering can hold on to it, or Gray Flanagan can turn it around on and determine who's going to move into the finals to face off against Philippe Forecheck. Out on course they will go. Flanagan now on the red side trying to make up a 3-5-4 advantage. So down the tuck he goes. Out in front looks like blue with the advantage. Looks like Kering may have a little edge on it as they work their way down the bottom part of the course. Kering hold on to that 3-4-5 advantage, but here goes Flanagan on the red. Oh, huge down, loaded those 165s up. They spit him out big time. That'll happen with those skis, man. You get too much tail pressure and it's just out from underneath you they go.
Oh boy, that was he just got kicked out. And we'll take a peek back at that. You can see, and it is all about the tail loading. So off the jump, he sets it here, and then I'm going down.
Oof. Got to that inside ski too soon, too much pressure, and then back in the tails, and over he goes.
Ay caramba, says Bart Simpson. So it's Forecheck and Flanagan into the finals. Burke and Kering, you're going into the small final. Jump on the snowmobiles, get back up top. You all got 2 more runs to decide for second, third, fourth.
One more, you said? 8 more runs.
Right, down to the nitty-gritty, folks. 8 more races will decide the day. $10,000 goes to the champion, $3,000 for second. Third and fourth will go $2,000 and $1,000 respectively. As well, we've got a Mazda Spirit Award to be given out today and tomorrow for the men's and the women's. $750. Deliverable in wooden nickels, did you know? Not true, not true. Imagine that. First and second place qualifiers are into the final. I'm happy for Keegan Burke. Doing it for the family. He's rooting them on. We'll see them in the third and the fourth position. Getting our notes together for the ladies. It's going to be Sarah Bennett and Galena Wardle, Nora Brand, Marlene Sophie Krohn. So Germany against Norway, USA versus Canada, just like in the hockey game a few days ago.
So $10,000 up for grabs for that #1 spot.
No chump change, Kev.
$3,000 for second, 2 for third, $1,000 for fourth. So big motivation there. Bennett Wardle, who's going to take away the big paycheck as we get him back to the top. Get organized on this perfect day for ski racing. Cold enough last night, so the snow got good and hard. A little bit of shade comes over the hill this time of day, which is nice. That'll make that track start to ice up a little bit, get a little glaze on top of it. Speed those skis up as we work our way. With 2 more runs to go for the men and the women to determine the final 4 here at Tenny Mountain.
This just in, Mazda trivia, invented in 1891. Fig Newtons were named for the town of Newton, Massachusetts, which was just a few miles away from the original home of Kennedy Biscuit Works factory in Cambridge. Kennedy Biscuits eventually merged with other bakeries in 1898 to form the National Biscuit Company, which is now known as Nabisco. Here's your Fig Newton moment. Not named after Alexander Sir Newton.
Just getting figgy with it.
Just getting figgy. And the only national park in New England is Acadia. Did you know that?
Yep.
Yeah, now you do. Located in Maine, Acadia protects the natural beauty of the Rocky Headlands along the rugged Atlantic coastline. You have probably driven through there oodles of times and done bus tours.
And now it's a challenge to get into the park. It's so busy that you have to make reservations.
That's not a surprise.
Used to be able to drive over there before, COVID, and just drive up the access road to get to the top of Cadillac Mountain. And now if you don't have a reservation, good luck. And downtown is overrun. And good for folks to get out and recreate. It's a challenge for the folks who live here to enjoy their surroundings without reservation. But so many great things to do and see in New England. It's so compact as opposed to being out west. You're in Colorado. You can drive from Maine over to New York in about 3 hours. Across New Hampshire, across Vermont.
Wow.
Get on the ferry and you head to Whiteface.
You can't even get through half of LA in 3 hours.
Right.
Yeah, you can have that. Oldest ski areas that are still open. What is the oldest? I'm going to give you a hint. We had a Pro Tour stop there. Billy Kidd is in that general area.
Steamboat Springs.
Across from that is
Hallison.
Bingo, my gringo. That's right. Hallison Hill, 1915. According to this piece of paper that I printed out, it is Mountain High, Big Pines Park down in Southern California, 1924. Storrs Hill Ski Area, New Hampshire, 1923. The first lifts were installed in 1935. Easton Ski Area, Massachusetts, 1922. Hallison Hill Ski Area in Steamboat Springs area, 1950.
Those other ones aren't open anymore, though.
Mountain High is, yeah.
Mountain High is.
Yeah.
Easton, I have no idea about. Don't think they're open.
Well, I'm not sure when this was printed, but that's what it said. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sticking with you on that.
I don't believe everything I read, but there you go. Okay, apparently, from what Bob says, we're going to do small final women, small final men.
Big final women, big final men.
That makes sense. It adds up.
So we get to back to the top. Cream rises to the top here, and we work through the format so many times. You're never surprised when you look down the start list, and there they are, your top 2 qualifiers facing off. So Forcheck, Flanagan, Bennett, and Wardle.
You know what would be excellent, and this is coming from the voice of God. That's right. Is that all athletes, listen up. If you're in your ski boots, awesome. If you're not, put your ski boots back on. When we're done here, all athletes, as part of the World Pro Ski Tour etiquette and athlete responsibility code, is to get back up there, slip the course, and make it as good for tomorrow, because we're probably not putting a cat on this thing tonight, Kev, are we?
No way do we want to get up there with a cat and have to reset this course.
Nope. So what we're saying is every athlete that has competed today and has boots on, and any volunteers also, get up there. We could use all the slippers possible. I'm doing it. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to go.
I'll race you.
You want to race? Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
We're all doing it.
Race.
Everybody's doing it. You got to get up there and do it. So please, we're going to slip the course.
Then we let it freeze up overnight. We should have a good track for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be even warmer, which is outstanding since we
got my sunscreen, my baby oil, my Speedo. I'm excited. I'm excited. Women, men, women, win. We're going to start off with the women's consolation round. That features the likes of Brand and Crone.
So Brand will start off on the red course. Their first of 2 is for the Consies. Marlena Crone will run the blue course side. Stand behind the start doors. Kevin Kiley, your official starter.
All right, Nora Brand, the German, Munich-born, studied economics, getting her master's at the University of Innsbruck, Austria. She's afraid of snails, but she loves skiing, ski touring in the Alps and hiking. She's over on the red course. It's Marlene Sophie Crone from New Hampshire, but she's a Norwegian. She's skiing out of Plymouth State University. You know where that is if you're from around here. Grew up skiing in Norway. She is on the blue course. They're locked and loaded. This is a first run of 2 for the small final.
So, they Watch the lights go yellow. Timing of the rising up on the poles against the kickboards, and out on course they go. Brand strong out of the start all day long. Gets the jump over Crone in their first of 2 here in the consolation round. Brand out in front. That distinctive Bogner German suit. Putting together a solid run and out in front over Marlena Crone, their first of 2 in the consolation round into the final jump, the Tenny jump. She touches down. Look at the nice groove developing out there. The double ski groove. So important, that inside ski, and that groove is giving you energy all the way down. So the win goes to Nora Brand by maximum differential of a .60 for Brand in the first of 2.
All right, the economics master's student at the University of Innsbruck likes how it's skiing. She's got the big advantage. Now we'll get going with women's, actually consolations men we're going to get going with. So this is going to be Burke and Kearing. Keegan Burke.
He's jumping on the red course side this time. Kearing on the blue in the first of 2.
99 Junior Olympics gold medalist Keegan Burke. And that was 3 years before Luke Kearing was even born. So Keegan's got the experience card to play with here. Luke Kearing, quite fast. And multiple FIS wins, U16 national champion. And they're on course. Kearing, blue, Burke, red.
Looks like Burke got advantage coming out of the start. He's been powerful out of the start all day long. Just gets down low there. Kearing with some trouble there. Gets out of the groove. Trying to pull alongside over the bottom jump. It looks like it's still Burke out in front. Burke on the blue, red course guy. Got him switched there for a minute. Kearing's going to get that advantage at the bottom. So fighting for it all the way down was Burke trying to get back in it. Kearing gets the win though. Take a look at the diff. .323 for Luke Kearing on their first of 2. 3-2-3.
Yeah, Burke got tossed after in between the 2 jumps there. Just didn't have it all right where it should have been. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's go back up to the top. It's the ladies' final. This is 1 run of 2. It's going to be Sarah Bennett. She is on the red course from Quebec. Former national team athlete, not afraid to throw it down. Number 1 qualifier. She's going up against Galena Wardle, coming from the Roaring Fork Valley. If you go all the way up, you hit Ajax Mountain, where we'll be next week for this World Pro Ski Tour, and we'll see her as well. Galena Wardle's her name. She is on the blue course. First run of 2. Let's watch the lights change colors.
So I predict this is going to be one of the closest races we've seen all day as they wait for the lights to get down to the second yellow. Then they'll time it back in the tails of their skis. Oh, big strong start on the red course side for Bennett. Left Wardle standing there as she drops down into the first jump with a big advantage. That was timed just perfectly. Figured it out coming out of the start. But here comes Wardle coming back, trying to make up some ground. It's still Sarah Bennett out in front, really pushing hard. Bennett with the advantage on that first one. Where'd they go?
I looked out the window and they did cross the finish line. They didn't just evaporate.
Bennett with 3.81. We lost him on the screen here. 3.81.
That's going to bode well going into the next round for Bennett, number 1 qualifier in a ripe prime position. The Canadian ski racer, 1 race away from taking her maiden voyage victory here at the World Pro Ski Tour. Now it's time for the guys.
Back to 1 and 2 in their qualifiers, finding themselves facing off in the finals. Forchek and Flanagan move behind the start doors.
Let's get this on. Fjordchek is on the red course from Czechia. He's had great success on this tour. Figured out the timing of the start, and he paces along, knows what to do. Gray Flanagan, Burlington, Vermont, civil engineer at UVM. And he is on the blue course.
Lights go yellow as we get ready for the big run. The first of the 2 in the final rounds. Forchek, your number 2 in the tour in the overall last year. Looks like he might have the advantage, but there is Flanagan right with him. Number 2 qualifier, Flanagan down low, getting aerodynamic, putting the pressure on Forchek, but it's Forchek now with the advantage. Here he goes, really starting to stride away, using those long legs to move into the finish. Across the line he will go, and the advantage will be Forchek by the max differential, so .60. 0.60 for Forchek.
Forchek putting the hammer down once again over Flanagan. And we are going to make that official, but it is Forchek over Flanagan on that one. And we're going to send all 8 of those racers back up to the top. Everyone's going to get one more run. They're going to swap courses, and then we'll have our winner board lined up again. 10,000 first place, 3,000 second, 2,000 third, 1,000 for fourth, and a $750 goodie bag of cash by Mazda, better known as the Mazda Spirit Award. That's going to be dealt out. The awards immediately following this competition. Stick around.
Are we live?
Well, today is a great day to be out here in New Hampshire. We want to thank you for making this part of your Freaky Friday.
Call Barrett.
Towards the end of February. Not a leap year. We will not see February 29th this year, but we did see Punxsutawney Phil saw a shadow. 6 more weeks of winter. That's always beautiful because we need the moisture, especially on the West Coast. I don't know about here. I had the chance to swing by Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania on a wet Wednesday and saw Phil and his wife Phyllis and their kids hanging out in a...
of course you did.
Yeah, we just happened to be cruising through, and we got the full tour from an Amish couple that they were like 5th generation Punxsutawney, and they gave us the whole 9 yards. We went to Gobbler's Knob, and it was... they actually bought us a brick with our family name on it that's put there at Gobbler's Knob.
Outstanding.
Ernst Family Brick. Yeah, what a magical place. Anyway, that means we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter, which is cool.
Which is good. I might get my 100 days in yet.
Yeah,
yeah. They involve some hiking up Tuckerman Ravine, but
yeah,
I'm ready. Fit.
My first 16 were hiking this year. I got 72 right now. 159 last year.
I've been watching some of your postings on
just having fun while skiing. You know, every day skiing's a good day. You know, I always feel better after I put my boots and skis away and making a left and right turn, and being out with people, like-minded people, and just smiling. That's what it's all about, having fun. All right, we're getting down to it, folks.
So, looking good, Bob.
Flanagan, Burke, and Carey, those are the guys. Then Bennett and Wardle. Bennett's got the advantage. Brand and Crone will be coming up next. Ladies first in the small finals.
All right, putting some gate adjustments as we get ready to move into the final run of the day. What an incredible day has been. AK, one of our team members here with the World Pro Ski Tour, drill in hand and tended to the course. So really nice groove is developed up there. I love seeing that double groove, the inside-outside ski. So important these days to really use the energy and make that transition from that outside ski to the inside ski at the crucial moment and get that energy that those grooves will provide for you as you work your way through the runs. And those grooves get better and better as the best racers rise to the top as we stage up for the final runs of the day.
And you know what I love is the world of skiing. Doug Lewis sends his very best. Reminds us that it's for a check.
For a check.
For a check.
Oh, Lou, he's always keeping us honest.
Yeah, he is. It's just a pleasure to work with you and with him. We got a room together for World Cup at Copper Mountain. Had a wonderful time there for the maiden voyage of that event, which was men's and women's last year. This upcoming year, boy, talk about a World Cup schedule for North America. It will go men in Copper Mountain, women tech in Killington, then over to Beaver Creek, where it's going to be men's speed, and then the next weekend women's speed. So 4 events in North America, and then the World Cup finals will be at Sun Valley next year. Yeah, for 2 of the next 3 years, so that's exciting.
I had the pleasure of announcing the U.S. Nationals at Sun Valley several years ago.
Yes,
I worked Sun Valley for 17 consecutive years doing their fundraiser for the Sun Valley Ski Education Foundation.
Oh, is that
the
right?
Jan's Cup.
Yo, yeah, that's a big deal.
Love that town. Love the people in that town. Just so much fun.
Yeah, it really is a wonderful community, very rich in ski history. Obviously, we're talking about Sun Valley, 3 of the next 5 years, including last year, World Cup Finals. What a great event. Unfortunately, the one day that it just didn't produce was the downhill, so everyone's hankering to get back and do that one.
Yeah, that's quite a track they've built. That mountain is unrelenting. 3,000 feet of just down the
just
third.
goes.
There's no flats.
No.
There's no traversing.
There's a couple of roads, if you don't know what you're doing, it'll mess you up.
I made the mistake of going out of the course to give it an inspection.
Okay.
During Super G, and I wished I hadn't. It was injected and just gnarly.
See what it's saying right here? Snow possible in the next few hours here in Plymouth. That's what the Weather Channel's saying here.
I don't know what Plymouth they're talking about.
Yeah.
It might not come in the form of snow at this time.
Well, Stacy, her husky, has a couple of boys. Ryan is one of them that goes to UNR, actually University of Reno, University of Nevada, as it's called now. She said, bummed that the Western college teams have regionals this week, so they could not get out here. That's part of the lower attendance numbers that we were looking for, but that's the nature of racing. And as I was saying earlier, there is so many different varieties of disciplines that the kids can get into this day and age. Like, there's no longer just aerials and moguls in freestyle. You've got pipe, big air, and slope. And so in ski across, you're spread so thin. Years ago, there was racing, and then there was racing until freestyle came about. So the dilution, if you will, of ski racing, thanks to all the other sports there, is still there. It is still the primary sport, you know, especially when you go to a place like Killington for a World Cup, when I'll just say, when Michaela Schifrin shows up, the volume of people that show up and what's happened for ski racing on the women's side of things specifically, like women's soccer, is exponentially remarkable.
Always expanding new opportunities to create new sport, play sport.
Okay, we're getting ready. We're always getting ready. It's going to be Brand and Crone. This is for
Brand
third
and
and fourth place. Let's set the stage one more time. Crone will be on the red course this time. Her full name is Marlene Sophie Crone. New Hampshire is where she's living. A Norwegian alpine ski racer, 15 to pursue all things ski racing. And she's doing it for Plymouth State University. That's Marlene Sophie Crone. She's on the red course. However, she's got a tough task ahead of her from a German born in Munich, Nora Brand. She's competed in this event before. University of Denver is where she got her education, loves hiking and ski touring in the Alps. And excited to be back racing. NCAA Slalom second and third place in the years 23-24 respectively. It's her race to lose with 6
Yeah,
tenths.
6 tenths. That's a tough one to make up, but you got to complete the run. Anything can happen in pro ski racing, and we see it all the time. Just when you think you got it locked in, there's nothing more pressure-packed than just having to finish.
Yeah.
Instead of having to go for it 100%. So you just got to go like you were about to get beat. Because one small mistake could cost you 6 tenths of a second. Try to get back in the groove again on a hill of this pitch. It's a challenge to make it back up. So,
Okay,
we're ready to go.
You folks on screen watching on the World Wide Web, this is the 2026 World Pro Ski Tour Tenny Mountain Teddy Pro opened by Mazda. This is a second and final run for the small final. It's Crone against Brand. Crone on the red course, Brand on the blue.
So the German against the Norwegian. Coming at you. Let's see who's going to...
Here we go.
Oh, she gets a jump over Brand. Does Crone find some energy coming out of the start? Leaves Brand behind. She needs to make up 6 tenths of a second. That's a big ask. She's putting it together now. Here comes Brand, the German, over on the blue course side, closing the gap. She holds 6 tenths. Looks like Crone could win the run, but might not win the race. Doesn't look like she has enough of a gap to me to make up 6 tenths of a second. Across the line she goes. She wins the run, but not by enough. Only a .056. So Brand wins the battle for third and fourth here over Marlena Crone.
Nice job,
Norwegian.
Nora Brand. You're taking third place, $2,000 richer, 10% bar rule tonight. And Marlene Sophie Crone from Plymouth State University, the Norwegian, taking fourth with $1,000 in her pocket. Okay, now it's time for the dudes, the guys, Burke and Kearing. For the small final, it's Luke Kearing with a .323 advantage. He'll be on the red course this time, while Keegan Burke will be switching it over onto the blue course. So the 43-year-old Keegan Burke, one half of the Burke equation here, family of 5. One happy wife that says, these are all my kids, and he's a big kid, Keegan Burke, on the blue course. And Luke Kearing, Harvard ski team senior last year at Harvard. What does he got here? The gates are going to open after these colors turn to green. Here we go, final racing.
So, Kearing red, Burke blue, both good strong starters into the first jump. It looks like it's Burke with the advantage, trying to make up a .323 over Luke Kearing. Kearing coming on strong. Now Burke starting to trail as Kearing touches down with the advantage. And he has that advantage after the first run off the bottom jump. It's going to be all Kearing at the finish line, getting it done here in the battle for 3rd and 4th place.
Kearing, $2,000 richer in the 3rd position, doing it for Carabasset Valley, Maine. Also Harvard ski team, well done, young man. And Keegan Burke, respectable 4th place finish. It says, I'm as good once as I ever was. Way to go, Toby Keith Lover. All right, now it's going to go back to the women for finals. Let's set that stage up. Sarah Bennett, #1 qualifier, representing Canada. Raced all season, no coach, no team, no help. 100% independent on the NORAM and World Cup circuit, as well as the Pro Tour. And then Galena Wardle. She hails from, again, the Roaring Fork Valley, Aspen, Colorado, home of the 1950 World Cup finals, way back. Former U.S. ski team, raced Division I for the University of Denver. She will be featured on the red course. Bennett in blue, and we are ready to lock, load, and send them.
So Bob Underwood, our timer, ready to go to Kevin Kiley as he gets the commands to the athletes. Here we go. Lights are going to go yellow to green. The doors will open up. Sarah Bennett on the blue course side with the advantage after the first run, and leaves Wardle in the start. As Bennett strong out of the starts today all day long. Looking strong on the blue course. Their final run of the day for the ladies here. $10,000 up for grabs. Bennett and Wardle coming at you. Bennett still out in front. Good close race though. The blue side. Bennett with the advantage as she heads for the finish line. Across the line she goes. Looks over her shoulder. Pump of the fist. So Bennett wins the run. Both of them back to back. Winning that run by 3, 4, 5.
Oh, Canada. Nice job, Sarah Bennett and Miss Galena Wardle. Top-notch racing there. You're walking away with $3,000 and a 2nd place prize. Runner-up today. We'll see you at the awards. And that leaves us with 1 race left. It's Gray Flanagan, Burlington, Vermont, where he's originally from. Now he's doing some civil engineering at UVM, get his engineering on. He's going to go up against a guy who's got a lot of experience in racing. #2 from last year's standings, from Czechia, Filip Forček. Point.
All right, last race of the day. Let's see who's going to be on top. Forček with that big advantage of .60. So Forček will be powerful coming out of the start. You can be guaranteed of that every single time. Forček knows, oh yeah, left him sleeping. Oh my God, Forček with 6/10 just got caught. Gray Flanagan. Flanagan probably tried to time
behind him. You see that?
Yeah, he just tried to time it to see if he could get an advantage, and it didn't happen. Tough break for him, but you got to get the run done. Forček out front and controlling this run. Off the bottom jump he goes. #2 in the overall standings last year. Filip Forček at the top step of the podium, fist in the air. Great racing all day by both these guys. Gray Flanagan doing what he can to try to make up that 6/10. It got himself a little bit jammed up in the start. Big smile on both these guys' faces. $10,000 will be out in the crowd and do those awards momentarily.
Yeah.
Forček, the top step of the podium.
Nice racing, everybody. The important thing is you all walked away in one piece. We got the awards coming up. Congrats to everybody that put one down and represented the Royal Pro Ski Tour here for the Tenny Pro Open by Mazda. Super Slalom #1. We'll do the same thing again tomorrow. Stick with us. We're going to have the awards coming up. Again, love, thanks, and props to all you folks that attended today and all you folks that tuned in to check it out online. We're doing this again tomorrow. Again, same channel, same time, 11 o'clock start. And next weekend, we're going to Aspen, Colorado to do it on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thanks to A-Wing, making all the connectivity come to life, making things happen all the way around. We're going to shuffle our notes, take a little breather here, and come back with the awards in a bit. We want to thank Mazda, made for what moves you. Tough Shed, official partner of the World Pro Ski Tour. Surefoot, official supplier to the World Pro Ski Tour. The difference between good skiing and great skiing is Surefoot. And Blue Mantis, official sponsor of the 2026 Tenny Pro Open. Blue Mantis is a security-first IT solutions and service provider with 30 years history of successfully helping clients achieve business modernization by applying next-generation technologies. Thank you, Blue Mantis. And Fisher, Jan, thanks for being here and helping out. And everyone that's had their hand today here at Tenny Mountain making it come together. And timing, Underwood, nice job. Really, top-notch. Josh, there you go. Much love. Way to keep it together. All right, folks, we'll take a little breather here. Be back with the awards.
Complicated. Life is complicated. One of the things that we consistently hear from our clients is that working with our firm enables them to do more of what they love to do and less of what they don't wish to do.
We are a full-service investment and wealth management firm.
We help clients define their goals. We help them think through their legacy. What we do is really bring it all together.
We believe all of our clients are on a journey, and it's our job to help them each and every step of that journey.
Visit Mazda.com and get 20% off your first order.
One, two, three.
Have you ever witnessed a once-in-a-lifetime moment of wild beauty? Do you want to? It requires a vehicle capable enough to handle nature's indifference. Yet, but finding it to keep you awake to its wonders. Every detail considered. So you can just be. Welcome to the Outback. Welcome to the Mazda CX-50.
Looking for a ski resort that delivers big mountain fun where you can maximize your time on the slopes? Welcome to Tenny Mountain with thrilling runs, 5 times more snowmaking coverage new this year, and a variety of trails for all weathers. Tenny offers the ultimate independent resort experience. Tenny features 1,500 feet of vertical drop and 130 acres of terrain located less than a 2-hour drive from Boston. Join us for the next World Pro Ski Tour in March. Tenny Mountain, perfect for your next winter adventure.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
Let's meet at the intersection of security, innovation, and agility to excel in today's complex digital business world. Let's meet an increasingly connected world with clear vision.
Did Bob give you his sheets yet?
They're in there.
Okay.
Be on my
We
chair.
turning
that screen?
What?
No.
We turning the screen?
Turning it?
Yeah.
Check 1, 2, check 3, 4.
That's very dirty.
Doing an incredible job putting this whole thing together over the last several days. The World Pro Ski Tour back at Tenney. Kevin Clark here. Let's bring up the big boss with the World Pro Ski Tour, Chris Neary.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming out to Tenny Mountain. What a beautiful day. Another beautiful day. Last year we had some wonderful sun, and we're really psyched to be back here. We appreciate, we thank the state of New Hampshire, we thank Tenny Mountain, and of course Stephen and Lynn Kelly here, who kindly invited us back. Guys, we're working on a 10-race tour with over $1 million in prize money. Okay, we've got 14 host mountains we're looking at for next year. We're working on sponsorships. We're working on other partnerships. We're working on large activation village to make this a ski industry event wherever we go. So we appreciate your participation. We thank you very much. And now I'm going to turn this over to Stephen Kelly from Tenny Mountain. Guys, let's give a round of applause.
All right, guys, I'll keep it quick. Thank you, everybody, for coming to Tenny Mountain. We're super stoked to have everybody here. Last year was our first time having the World Pro Ski Tour, but also the first time it's ever been in New Hampshire. This is only our third full winter being open since Lynn and I bought the mountain, so we're making great strides. You guys coming really gives us a lot of boost of confidence, gets people here, international press. We plan on kicking ass and taking names every year. We'll be part of that 14 mountain journey. And let's go, everybody. Be safe, drink hard, and have a good time.
Yeah, thanks so much, Steve. What a great host. Let's get on with it now. Let's start with the ladies in fourth place from Norway, Marlene Krohn. So we'll start with the ladies. Where'd you disappear to? All right. Let's bring Nora up. We'll wait for Marlene to come back out here. Are they inside still, girls? What's going on? All right, we'll hold for a minute. Here she comes. Yeah, we're waiting for Marlena, but we'll bring Nora up while she comes running back up here. In third place from Germany, Nora Brand. Well, what did you think today?
It was awesome. It was so fun. The track was really good. You could really just lay the ski in there and get a good groove out of it. And yeah, it was really fun being back racing again.
Glad to have you here.
While we wait for Marlena to come on up. Here she comes, running across the bridge. So last year when we were here, on our second day of racing, there was water running down that bridge like a river. It was amazing last year when we were here, the change of weather. And she sprints on up here. Here she comes. In fourth place, Marlena Krohn. Your thoughts on the day, young lady?
Oh, it was amazing to be here. Definitely coming back.
Did I hear you coming out of the base lodge yesterday afternoon, hooting and hollering, walking down the steps? Was that you? Just having so much fun in qualifying. It might be possible. Where so many of these other great athletes enjoy it so much. Let's bring up in third place, Galena Wardle. So what a great format the dual format is. So after qualifying, it was Galena in second, and Sarah Bennett in first in the overall. And here you are in second on the podium. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was so fun today.
Love it. Every time we do a pro race and the new athletes come, they tell us how much they love it. Let's bring up the number one on the podium today, Sarah Bennett. So what do you think? 10 grand.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm really happy I won.
Let's bring the check up now. Who has the big check? Let's let Chris Hill, because today was the Mazda Open. Present the check to Sarah Bennett, Galena Wardle, Nora Brand, and Marlena Krohn, your top 4 women. Yeah, equal pay, huh? That's a World Pro Ski Tour. All right, big smiles all around here for the top women today. All right, ladies, stay close. We'll get you together with the men. Move over that way. We'll bring up right now. In third place, I'm sure he's shocked after all the hard training he's done here to make it to third place, or excuse me, fourth place. But it's Keegan Burr. Yeah, dude. Keegan, what a day. You were powerful out of the start every run. A little more training maybe would have got you another step higher on the podium.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get some time on snow, but, you know, family man, thanks to the family that's here, thanks to my family in California, all the kids. I know the little one was cheering me on, watching on the TV, so glad to be here.
All right, in the fourth place. Let's bring him up in third place, Luke Kearing. Another big man on the podium. Luke, what do you think of pro ski racing, dude?
I absolutely love it. I've never done it before, but I love the dual aspect of it. And anytime you can come out and make a little bit of money is sweet. So I'll take it.
So you just got to convince all those other college athletes to quit chasing useless points. Come chase the cash. Come get the cash here in the World Pro Ski Tour. It's Gray Flanagan in second place. Come on up. All right, Gray, great skiing. So again, first and second battling it out each other in the finals. How cool was that?
Yeah, it's a blast to be here. I love Tenny. I love World Pro Ski Tour.
All right, good job, Gray. So we're sitting in the timing building, Uncle Lee and I, just a little while ago, and you probably know the name Doug Lewis. So Doug sends us a little text message and lets us know how to pronounce Philippe's last name. Your winner today, Philippe, for a check. $10,000, Richard, for a check. So I had to laugh when Lou sent that over. $10,000, Richard, today. Here with your mom. That's got to be pretty cool to have her be here for the big win.
Yeah, gonna pay for her dinner as well.
Nice. Baby mine.
And baby yours.
At least a couple of beers at the bar here at Tenny. Let's hear for the top 4 guys again. Forecheck, Flanagan, Kearing, and Burke, and a big $10,000 check from Chris Hill from Mazda. There we go, all lined up now. All right, and the ladies too there, big smiles. Uh-oh, here comes the champagne. Well, hold on, guys. Before we blast that champagne, we have one more special award to do today. And I'm going to let Chris Hill tell us about that award.
Hey, everyone, let's hear it for all these athletes again real quick. Everybody who participated. At Mazda, there's a word that's the center of everything we do, omotenashi. It means unfiltered hospitality. It means putting others' needs in front of your own. It means acting with sincerity and doing the best you can in everything you do without the anticipation of recognition. We're going to actually do that right now. We're going to recognize someone that epitomizes this award, the Mazda Spirit Award, both a female and a male for this race at Tenny, the first race of the weekend. The Mazda Spirit Award winner for the female is Sarah Brand. Let's hear it up for Sarah Brand. Nora Brand. Sorry. And for the males, Alex. Where's Alex? Alex Berkberg.
All right. Come on up, $750 lined up with the crew up front. Yes, $750, huh? Take that. All right, now we can spray some champagne. Let's let it go. All right, that wraps it up for today. Get out here tomorrow at 11 o'clock for another day of great racing. Going to be even warmer and nicer. See on the hill tomorrow. See après ski. And the concert tonight we got.
Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a free concert tonight in the lodge. Dobbs Dead's coming down from Burlington, and we're going to have a nice, good old-fashioned throwdown tonight. So we look forward to seeing you guys as a part of it. Thanks for coming out.